And we're live.
Hey, yo.
How is everyone?
Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in cooking food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is this woman right here. This sensational Shelly eats steak. Together, we host what you're watching right now. We do this every Friday night, y'all. We look forward to this all week long. We're already dreaming up what we're going to make next week. Now, do me a favor, though. Check and make sure they can hear us before I go through this whole little spiel.
Yeah, let's see. Here, I just turned it on. Yep.
Yay!
Thank y'all. All right, we're so excited. I want to know, what is your comfort food? Like, what's your favorite comfort food? And have you ketofied it? Let us know. And look, there's so many people in here.
Welcome.
Let me bring this up. And let's see here. Oops. Now, I copied from earlier because Renee, she swears that she doesn't set a clock or whatever, but she's always the first to comment. So she got in here and she said, who, me? Seriously, folks, I don't set alarm nor have preferential treatment, but first. And then she said, I got your Barbie. Nope. I just thought that was funny. So if you didn't see the trailer, y'all, in the trailer, I name Renee different things, or we name her. And so one of them, I put that she was Barbie.
That's awesome.
And if I cough or anything, I'm going to try not to, but I still kind of have a cough coming up. So, or, you know, appears at times. So I'm sorry if that happens. But I'm going to do my best not to, y'all. So I see Carrie's here, and he said, darn, I got beat again by Shelly, but it was actually Renee. That's okay, jamming out to the trailer. Well,
Thank
I'm glad
you, sir.
you did that. And then L. Strange said, explosion. And that's a reference to the trailer. And let's see.
There you go.
I know. Let me try to drink something real.
Because she's been afflicted with this for like a week now, right? So it's actually last Friday you had it.
Yeah. So sorry about that, y'all. I might have to like walk away or something. I don't know. But so yeah, this is just lovely. It's just like every once in a while, all of a sudden I get like a coughing
spell,
and then it'll pass, and then this is fun. That's all I'm going to say. It's fun, y'all. Okay. Let's say hello. I see Sunflower Dodo. Hey, welcome back. She said, God bless you, all of you who have served and who are serving our country. Freedom is not free.
Right?
That's good so true. And yes, thank you to everyone who has served. And thank you to your late husband as well, Sunflower Dodo, for serving as well. And to you, Carrie. And I know Sean, I think he's in here as well. And so many others. So thank you for that. And Carrie said he's now 573 days and no coffee or caffeine. Way to go. And then he sent a reminder. He's hit the like button a gazillion million times.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. And then Carrie said it's 105 right now with the heat index. Regular temp right now is 95 in Texas, where he's at in Texas. That sucks. I'm telling you.
I think when I looked, I didn't go outside really all that much today because I've been at work. Mm-hmm. And I think when I looked at the forecast, it was supposed to be like a high of 103 today.
Wow.
That's why I don't work outside anymore.
Right? Let's see. And then Sunflower Dodo said, Kiss Me has cooled off a bit, especially early morning. Well, that's nice. Yeah, Carrie, I agree. That's wonderful to hear. And I see Caden's here. Welcome back, Caden.
Howdy.
Said, hi, everyone. Hi, Shelly and Heath. Only 99 degrees here today. A cool front. Ha ha, right? Said it was 106 yesterday.
Oh,
Oh, then yeah, you definitely. Did you break out the sweaters? Oh wow. And then Kaden said that Dr. Berry interviewed a doc that recommended fermented foods. Was it Dr. Davis? So I bought kefir, 12 carbs a cup. I only had a fourth cup. Anything else less carby. So here's the thing. In the US, when you are looking at things like kefir or fermented foods, but I know especially for kefir, they are required by the USDA to disclose the carbs of the milk that was used. So, but when it gets fermented, it does not have that many carbs because the kefir grains actually eat the carbs. So even though it says 12 carbs, it's not that many carbs. That just means the milk that they used before it was fermented, that's how many carbs was in a cup of that milk. But after it ferments, it really doesn't have that many carbs in it. It's going to be significantly fewer, just depending on the brand and how long they actually, ferment it. Like my personal one, I ferment for 24 hours, and then you can also double ferment. So if it tastes sweet, then yeah, they probably didn't ferment it as long. But if it does have a tangy acidic, I guarantee you it's way less than 12 carbs. Personally, I don't worry about the carbs that are in fermented foods because I am like, these are, to me, I look at fermented foods as health foods, as medicine. That's what's healing my gut, and that's what's going to give overall health for me. So to me, it's medicine. I'm not going to worry about the carbs that are in those versus, yeah, if I'm going to have, like tomorrow night, we're going out for our anniversary, I'm going to have a keto cheesecake. I would definitely count those carbs. When if you're doing other things that, to me, fermented foods, don't stress about it. And then another thing I would say, if you're new to fermented foods, especially kefir, yeah, what you did was really good starting out with a fourth of a cup, because if you're not used to fermented foods, sometimes if you go all in with like a cup at first, like I started with a half a cup, then it all of a sudden, think of it this way, is your gut and everything is full of all of these bad bacteria, right? If you've ever taken an antibiotic, all of these good bacteria were basically destroyed, like L. reuteri, L. gasseri and stuff. They were destroyed by taking an antibiotic once in your life. So when you have something like kefir, you're having all these great bacteria and they are like the good soldiers. So sometimes when you take them, they get in your gut and they're like, I'm going to kill all these bad ones. And all these bad ones then are getting flushed out of your system, which means how do toxins get flushed out? If you have too much, you might have a little bit of bathroom pyrotechnics. So start off kind of slow. So I would say, do the fourth of a cup for a few days and just see, because even 1 tablespoon of kefir is so good for you. So start with the fourth of a cup for a few days, kind of get your system kind of built up naturally so you're not like flooding it with all the good guys at first. And then, work up to like a half a cup and then a cup eventually. But really, and like when I've listened to Donna Schwink, I've been listening to all her podcasts. She's like, really a cup a day of kefir is what she does. And sometimes she'll do 2 cups a day. So really a cup a day is kind of the goal. And that's what I've been doing. And it's really helped. Now, lately, the past couple days, because of this cold and stuff, then I am actually trying to do 2 cups a day. But great question. Thank you. And then she said, is Kelowna organic whole milk plain? Oh, that is my favorite. I love the Kelowna brand. It is definitely top up there in my choices for a commercial brand. So, yeah, I really like it. And then Mama Bear Lynette.
Hey, Lynette.
Hey. She said, good evening, everyone. What are you having for dinner?
Oh, see, we haven't even told them what we're making yet.
I made RSK's bratwurst boats stuffed with cream cheese and green chilies. They smell really good. My son and I will be eating during the live. Well, hey, Jesse, enjoy your dinner. That sounds good. And 22 Cute Cat,
Hey.
she said, hello, Shelly Heath and the whole wonderful horde. How are you doing?
You hear
And
me?
Sharon's here. Hey, Sharon, welcome back. She said, hi, all. Huh?
We haven't told them what we're having tonight.
I know. Well, we're giving it a couple minutes.
All right.
Sharon said dinner tonight was grilled chicken and steamed Brussels sprouts. Ooh, that sounds so good. I'm excited for Brussels sprouts.
Me too.
When we go tomorrow night, I do want to get the Brussels sprouts
I do
appetizer.
too.
Okay, good. And 22 Cat said, showtime. Oh, just Jen. Hey, Jen. She's in Tennessee. She said, hello from Tennessee.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Well, is the party house fully loaded? Is RSK wait, is it RSK or is it just Don Does Keto? And who else is with you there? Now I totally blanked. I remember because I told you yesterday. Yeah. I was like, wow, she's going to have so much fun. But yeah, the Tennessee, it's Dr. Barry's conference is this weekend.
Oh, wow.
So y'all are going to have fun. Sunflower Dodo said, hello, all. Sydney Light Love from Kissimmee, Florida. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sean's here. Hey, Sean.
Hey,
said, hey, y'all.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And Marianne's here. Hey, Marianne.
Hi.
Great to see you. She said, good evening. And Shauna's here. Air frying auntie. She goes,
hey.
Hello. I made it. She sure did. And she's got new toenail colors and fingernail colors. And she's got a Dutch in her hand. Like she's just living her best life. And I see Duchess of Dollar. Is it Dollar?
I like to say dollar, like Dollar Tree.
Oh, is it Duchess of Dollar Tree?
I don't know.
She said, happy Friday, Horde. Whoa, Heath's bald.
I feel so clean now. I'm not a dirty hippie anymore.
Yes, tell them the story, how we did it.
Well, originally, we had both discussed and agreed that tomorrow, while we're out running around doing stuff, we was going to go to a barbershop or a salon. She already told me the one we were going to go to as well. And I was reminding her, telling her, planning out what we're going to do tomorrow. And she's like, no, I'm just going to cut your hair tonight when it gets dark. So we went out last night in the dark on the back porch and cut my hair. And then once we got back,
what time last night?
Almost 9 o'clock. And then once we got back inside, she saw a couple of pieces, a couple of places she missed. So she grabbed the hand razor and fixed me up. But it's actually, it's a good deal, honestly, because it costs so much to go see somebody and get it done. And literally me buying the clippers, they've already paid for themselves. So I just got to put her to work.
Well, that was fine because I like to save money.
Right.
And it turned out, pretty good, I think.
Yeah. I feel amazing now.
Shauna said, darn, I'll have to go back and watch the trailer. Well, it won't let you rewatch it, but I'll try to release, as we actually have 2 we need to release. So we need to release last week's trailer.
Oh, no.
And this week's trailer. So I'll try to get those released by Sunday.
Or can we just put them together and release it as one?
No, because they're already loaded as 2 separate videos.
Never mind that.
L Strange said, I think you're missing something on the top.
I just had my ears lowered. It's okay.
And then 22Q Cat said, oh no, hoped you'd be a lot better by the live tonight, Shelly. I know. Okay, dolor. That's how she says to say it. Dolor. Spanish for pain. A patient nicknamed me that this week.
Oh, nice.
That's so funny.
Well, we'll have another name to put on the for next week's.
I really thought I would be better too. And what's so funny is, so I've been reading about kombucha is supposed to be really good for respiratory infections and for colds and flus. So Tuesday night, we went to the store and I got a kombucha and I drank it and I slept so well that night. And the next morning I got up and I was like, I am breathing so well. And I was like, I'm so healed. I'm like, this is great. 1 can of kombucha and I'm healed. And then Wednesday afternoon, all of a sudden I started coughing again. So I was really mad.
We got to go buy a 12-pack of them, huh?
I know. I was really mad. I was like, oh, so what did that get me? Like 16 hours of relief? And so then today I actually had delivered some more kombucha and I drank one about an hour before the live. So hopefully, like, I guess I shouldn't have thought just one would do it, but I was like, well, I'm just going to try one. But yeah, it's disappointing. And then my coach was telling me, she's like, you just need to gnaw or chew on raw garlic.
Well, we got 2 heads over there.
Well, and I did. And that stuff, it's kind of like spicy.
Uh-huh.
And then it, so I don't know. But and I told her, I said, my throat doesn't hurt. Even though I have these coughing spells, my throat's not hurting.
It sounds like it does, though.
Right.
Poor thing.
So I don't know, because I thought garlic was like good for sore throats, but I gnawed on a pretty good chunk of garlic. So good thing you don't have to kiss me, because it's like a vampire would run, y'all.
Wow.
But oh well, we'll keep trying, right? Elle Strange said she's cooking dinner for the dudes, but I'm listening. What are you cooking for them? Shauna said it's only 84 here, but moderate pollen, which is never moderate for me, but got errands done anyway. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That sucks. Patty's here. Hey, Patty. She said, I'm late watching, sped up to get caught up. Oh, you're not too late. We haven't really got started yet, y'all.
We've just been visiting.
Yeah. So Duchess of Dolor said, we had a cold front after our torrential downpour the other day, went down to 80, but had to swim home. Wow, Renee. Wow. That sounds so fun, right? Oh, well. Elle Street says she's been a member for 14 months. Oh, wow. Thank you.
That's awesome.
And said, happy anniversary to the cutest couple I know. Happy weekend to you both. That's so sweet.
All right. We got to give a little disclaimer on that.
Oh?
Our anniversary is actually not until the 31st, but we're celebrating this weekend because somebody doesn't like to go out on school nights. So we're going out tomorrow night. And then we had a big weekend, honestly. So we're doing this tonight. Tomorrow morning, we got to take Delilah to the vet. What for? For her regular checkup,
It's just a regular checkup.
Yeah, she's not sick. It was just her regular, it's her due for her checkup. Then we got a bunch of errands to run. Then we're going to dinner. Then she tells me that Sunday is, what is it again?
Oh, yeah. If y'all haven't heard, Sunday is National Cinema Day. So most movie theaters are doing tickets for only $4.
So we're going to do one of those fancy ones where you can order lunch, dinner, or whatever while you're watching the movie. Or right before the movie, while you're sitting there and they come and wait on you and everything.
Right.
I don't know
$4.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we might go see the new Barbie movie.
Probably.
I guess it's not really new by now.
New to us.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started, because
if we're going to start, why don't you tell them what we're making?
Well, we're going to give little clues along the way.
Okay, then.
It's comfort food. So the first thing is he has here these Roma tomatoes.
And honestly, y'all, we decided at the last minute we're going to cook these because I actually forgot I bought them, and they need to be cooked today.
And so what are you doing with them?
I'm going to slice them in half, put them in this little pan. I don't think you see the pan. And then we're going to dust a little seasoning on them. As I'm cutting these, she's going to do that for me. And then we're just going to throw them in the broiler. There's a name for this. Some restaurants call it. I don't remember what it is, though.
We're just roasting these tomatoes.
Yeah, but there's a word for it, though. Because usually they put breadcrumbs on it. We've done it in the past where we put panko on it, but we're going to skip that tonight.
So I'm using this hot shit that
Mama Bear.
Lynette, Mama Bear, got us. Thank you. And we've got some mozzarella here.
This is from Mary T, isn't it?
No, this I got at Sprouts.
Oh, okay.
And it's already sliced.
And whatever it doesn't fit on here, I'm eating.
Caden said, thanks for the kefir carb info, Shelly. I'll keep drinking it. Well, good. I'm so happy for you.
Like this. I cut it weird.
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
If I just do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think they see
Gigi's here. Hey,
Hey.
Gigi. Yeah, they can see that. Welcome back. She said, good evening, everyone.
See, look, there's one for each of us.
Oh, good. And then what's the next thing you're going to go get?
I don't know yet.
The cauliflower.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, I thought you were going to put this over there.
Yeah, I only have one hand. Tonight.
You're going to put it, don't put it in the oven yet.
That.
And we're going to grab the cauliflower and the sausage.
Oh, yeah. So we're cheating. We got this bag of cauliflower. It's a little old, I say, because it's been in the freezer forever. Because last time we bought it, they were doing a special on these. If you bought like $10 worth, you know, you got a special discount or something like that. And these are like less than $2 a piece.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got skizzers there too. So you can bust that open while I get the sausage.
Well, you'll have to move all of that forward for me,
I will.
please. So it's just easier with the cauliflower florets.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, it's not even plugged in, so it's not good.
Oh, well, we don't need that part yet.
Yeah, but you don't. You can still just turn it on. I got the sausage. Okay.
So with the cauliflower florets, I'm just gonna put it all on here. Now, you will notice that the pan is a little dirty, and that's just the bacon grease. So
Yeah, 'cause
I'm okay with that.
I've been cooking some bacon. I like baking it. And what do you have the oven at?
425.
Oh shoot! You were supposed to do that too.
What?
Man.
Oh, well, it should be fine. And I'm just gonna drizzle some. Oops. Got
Drizzle some oops.
Some olive oil.
Here, give me see it a moment.
And it's a spicy one, but I drizzled some right here on you.
On me?
On the board.
Here.
So I'm gonna put it on your mozzarella here.
This is the brand. I don't know if you can read that.
Well, it's not really, because I had already used that and I just added more olive oil. And then
This is the magic of TV.
I'm gonna put salt on here. And I've got some fresh garlic minced up. And garlic, especially if you are starting to do fermented foods, just to let y'all know, garlic is a great prebiotic. It's a really good prebiotic. So definitely try to get
Here, why do that?
the fresh garlic to help feed all those fermented probiotics that you're eating now.
Be all that bacon grease. That's gonna be amazing.
Right? Some of these are kind of like stuck together.
They're still frozen. That's
Well,
fine.
yeah.
It'll cook.
Yeah. But probably for 15 minutes and then we'll toss them again.
Oh, you know, we should have put in here
Huh.
some jalapeno. Oh well, or
Well,
some
we don't
vegetable of
have
some
any.
sort. Well, we got those fajita vegetables. That's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna slide this in the oven, and then how long?
15 minutes and then you'll probably want to toss it.
Now I'm putting the tomatoes on the top rack and putting these in here on the bottom.
Okay.
Set my timer.
All right.
So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to work on the sauce, right?
Yes.
Show me that box then so I can show them.
Yeah.
So this, y'all, this is, we get this at HEB. This is their version. I call it anyways, their version of Velveeta. Let's see, I'm trying to get the notes on it for them. It was actually pretty clean.
Probably kind of hard to aim it a little up towards you. Yeah, that's
It's the only reason why we buy it, because it is cleaner than the Velveeta.
Yeah.
But, oh, whoa.
Whoa. No.
Don't kick the tripod, Heath.
And then you got to fix the top.
You see my #1 fan right there. Who put the death grip on this?
I did, so that somebody wouldn't hit it.
You like
A little
that?
more. There you go. Oh, too far. There you go. Perfect.
We won't need to see your forehead. What are you talking about?
Well, they might.
You
Okay.
like?
Yeah, that's better. All right. Move some of this over here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Why won't this come? Take that out of there. I'm tired of fighting with it.
Here, I just want to move everything over. All right. And then we're also going to use this cilantro salsa that we got at Sam's on the recommendation of Michelle and Sean.
And in fact, we've used so much of it. Show them how much that's just missing on that bottle. We're going to buy another bottle tomorrow.
Sharon said,
See, it's almost gone.
Sharon said he looks like he's already fallen asleep.
Not at all. I'm like wired. Just
Oh.
rip it. That's why we end up throwing it away. The box.
Oh,
Just rip it. Give it here. I'm good. Yeah.
there.
'Cause it does like that.
The death crunch, y'all.
But see, show them. It comes out. Well, you see the box. You gotta
Sorry, y'all. For
see. There's a
coughing.
problem. It's glued.
Carrie said, yeah, to the flush. Would that be a royal flush of those bad bacteria? I mean, yes. And I've been just listening to so much about foods and kefir and what to do with the kefir whey, because now that I'm making it, thanks, Mama Bear, now that I'm making kefir all the time, it is like I
Amazing.
have kefir grains and can I use this guy?
I guess.
Or do you want me to
No,
use
go
it?
ahead.
I have kefir, the kefir grains, and I'm making kefir cheese, and I'll actually get my kefir out here in a little bit. And I'm
We're gonna add that to this too, right?
not while it's hot. Yeah, we can.
Or at the
well,
end.
wait. Did you finish the cheese, or is
No,
there any left?
There's a
Okay.
lot left.
Yeah, at the end. There's not a lot. But anyways, and I also have kefir whey, so I was reading all kinds of
No
ways.
way.
I know. And I was reading and listening to all sorts of ways that you could use kefir whey and how good it is for you as well. Okay, and I'm just chopping this into chunks here. And then, did you get that spatula?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you want this big?
Yeah, that's fine.
I like this one, y'all, because it's really cool when you go to clean it, because it's a wooden handle, right? Spatula's plastic. It pops off, and you can wash it and even throw it in the dishwasher if you want. I just think that's really handy.
Ooh, Shauna says 42 days until KPL.
Show off.
I know. And y'all, shout out to Radical Geek, Maitreya. Y'all need to go watch her cheese Friday video today. She was talking about cheese curds that looked really good. But, and I'm telling you, so she talked about cheese curds. So if you want, and keep stirring it, please.
It has nothing happening yet to stir.
Oh, okay.
It needs to melt first.
Well,
you put butter in it, didn't you?
No, I need that too.
You should have done that first.
But and then grab the kefir cheese and my little actual kefir, if you don't mind.
Now look, that's all we have left. Let's just throw all that in there.
And then the kefir cheese, and then my actual there's like that container of kefir. No, that's yogurt.
This one?
Yes. And then the kefir cheese. Yeah, that's my kefir. I'm going to show them when I open it. Behind you is my cup from lunch.
This guy?
Yeah. You don't have to show it. It's
Yeah, I
dirty
do. It's a video format.
Dirty because I used it at lunch. Okay. So I just add a little salt, and then
Dirty dish Shelly.
once my sous chef gets over here, he will need to keep stirring this because I don't want it to burn. So you just keep stirring the cheese, please.
I had a little Ziploc laying here though that we were going to put this in. Remember?
I know. Yeah, I don't
Where
know
did
what
you put
happened to it.
Where did you put it?
It's not on your table?
Yes, it is. Well, here, do that while I'm stirring.
Okay. But yes, so Radical Geek, she mentioned us special happening at KPL and gave her room number. So make sure you go watch her her Friday cheese, so you get that info if you're going to be in town for KPL. And then she also, also Just Jason Keto. He's put out 2 cheese curd videos. One's about chaffles, which was really good, and then he did a cheese. Y'all gotta go watch it. Really good. I'm excited to try it. And then also Paleo Barbie Goes Keto also did a cheese curd video. And so obviously cheese curds is where it's at this week, y'all.
So I guess that's what we're going to have to buy tomorrow too then.
Yes.
So we can be one of the cool kids.
I know. So go watch their videos, y'all. Rita's here.
Hey.
Y'all, I'm also fighting a cold. The weather here has been all over the place, so that makes it so much worse because I'm getting headaches on top of it. I'm so sorry, Rita. That really sucks. I hope y'all get to feeling better. Like, I
see all this cheese you got in here, but so what are you going to eat?
So Just Jen said it's Keto Simple and Don and Mike and Brian.
Oh, nice.
Don put together an awesome shark cootie board.
Aww.
We're going to do a deadbolt mystery box.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, nice. Now I'm really jealous.
Oh, video feed freezing briefly.
Aw, why?
I don't. Oh, let me just see. Well, this says. Oh, you know what? Because it's on the
2G instead of the 5, or
yeah. Let me change it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why it happens, but for whatever reason, ours keeps jumping back and forth between a 2G and a 5G connection.
Yeah, but
whether we tell it to do it or not.
Yeah, but the 2G, and then why does it say airplane mode?
I don't know.
I don't want airplane. I must have accidentally checked that. Okay, that should be working. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, sometimes it does that. So thanks for letting me know, Renee. And but yeah, that is going to be so much fun doing the mystery box. I'm telling you, Jen, that was the most fun I had on the cruise was the night you did the mystery box.
Yes.
That topped everything else, even better than the shows. Like, I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
In my mind, honestly, that was second best. My favorite was when we did our live.
Right.
Maybe I'm a little biased.
But it was just so much fun. So y'all are going to have such a great time. Shauna said it was self-care day. Petty, Manny, and Dutch makes for a happy auntie.
Oh, yeah. Those of y'all that have Dutch, what did I send you earlier? What are they doing tomorrow?
So
after 3, right?
Dutch Bros after 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's doggy day. So if any drink you buy, you get a free doggy bandana.
So we have to go through the line twice. So we get 2 of them. 1 for each dog.
Just Jason Keto said, hey, happy Friday, everyone.
You know what I'm saying? We'll go once. You get your coffee and a bandana. Go through again, get my tea and a bandana.
Okay.
Now we get 1 for each dog.
Okay.
Or we'll just ask them to give us 2.
Sure. I'm spelling it. Maybe they'll give us 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie,
howdy,
how are you doing? She goes, howdy, howdy, howdy. I hope you're having a good week. Mama Bear Lynette said, I always cut my son's hair. It's a huge money saver. I just use clippers, nothing fancy.
It was funny, too, because the first time she ever did it, she was so scared. I said, okay, look, because she was afraid she would mess it up. I said, look, the only way you're going to mess it up is if you miss a spot and don't get it all cut.
Yeah, but
she's like, are you sure? I said, yes.
I never cut, but it is. It's a huge savings.
Yeah.
And
because what, $30-$40 to go, if not more? Plus a tip?
No, I think you go to Supercuts for like 20.
That's still.
But it's also a time saver as well, because last night I was able to do his hair right before we had to get in the shower. And so it's like You know, that I didn't have, we could do it when we want, you know?
It was really cool too, or really funny though, because it was like dark outside, so I couldn't really tell. I have a leaf blower, so I was gonna blow it all off into the yard. I couldn't see to make sure we got it all, so I had to do it first thing this morning when the sun come out.
And then, do you have a spoon for this also?
No, just pour it.
Oh. How's it looking? Let me see.
Look a little thick.
Oh, yeah.
Let's show them.
Here's the cilantro.
Can they see it though? Look.
Yeah.
Look. Okay.
And then I'm just going to pour.
About half that bottle.
Not half.
They're perfect.
Probably about a fourth of a cup.
Let's stick it over there, and then when I get up in a minute, I'll put it back in the fridge.
And then, so let me show you. Here is my actual kefir. Ooh, I know the light's really bad. It's white, right?
Yeah.
But let me pour it so y'all can see how thick it is. Well, I guess it's hard to see.
I guess you need a spoon for that, though. I got one back to behind us.
Oh, look, that's all I have left.
Aww.
But
you should have just drank it from that.
It's okay. Well, I don't want to contaminate it with my germs.
Even though you're the one drinking it.
Well, I know, but still. I also got some milk today so that I've already got my next batch of kefir going. So tomorrow at about 5, I'll be able to, then I'll have another batch of my kefir, which I love this stuff.
We'll have a video coming out on that soon too,
right? Yeah, I got it.
We have a whole series set up. We're calling the fermentation project.
Terry said, I've been shaving my head since 1997. Wow. I shave my face as well. I haven't had hair since 97, Heath.
Nice.
Sorry, y'all mind.
What's the count on that? How many days?
How many? Okay, how's that looking?
Perfect. It's ready for the other.
Okay. Let me turn it down to minimum.
And put it on the smaller one and just leave it on high.
Yeah.
On low, I mean.
Yeah.
Spin it around so we can do the next piece.
Yeah. Well, we could do like this because I don't want to lose that cheese.
All right.
I'll keep stirring.
No, just put the lid on it. That's fine. Just set it on top. All right. Or, you know, it's got the pour spout. Stick it out. Like so. Perfect.
Oh.
Okay. So now I'm going to show them the next piece.
Ooh.
So, y'all probably saw us actually, Lynette, that recipe you're doing, I think they got it from us from we did this. We used this sausage to do the recipe. We stuffed it with, what do we use? Cream cheese, and we did another version with goat cheese.
Yeah. And so we've got the Italian sausage.
And then I have a couple of pieces of this kielbasa jalapeno beef I'm going to throw in there also and get done. We're just going to heat this up on a skillet.
And then here's my kefir cheese. Where's your spoon at?
Right behind you on that little plate.
I want to brag, y'all. I love this kefir cheese.
It's so good, y'all.
Yeah, he's been like, this thing was filled to the rim.
It was right here.
Oh,
here it is. It got turned over.
Debbie said, Shelly doesn't mind saving money. That means more Dutch Bros.
Right?
Here, show them how it looks.
How gelatinous it is? No.
It's not gelatin.
No, it's like
creamy.
It's like a really, really
like nice, a soft cheese.
Soft cheese.
Well, show them with the spoon. That's why I was giving you the spoon.
Hey, here's a spoon, y'all. Oh, yeah. We've been eating a lot of this because it was thicker, actually.
Well, the top one was a little thicker. And then some of the whey kind of thin.
I'll get out of your way.
At the bottom. But anyways, yes, I've been loving the kefir cheese. But yeah, saving money for more Dutch Bros. Hello. Oh, and I heard through the grapevine that Dutch Bros will be releasing their fall flavors. Oh, good. Here, I could start on that.
Well,
how many of the sausage do you want?
All 6 of them.
Oh, wow. Those are big. Okay.
Yes, they are. That's why I want them.
And then he's just going to go toss the
cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Where's the opening?
Just pour it off into the bag. Shut up.
Oh, there it is. But anyways, Dutch Bros is releasing their fall flavors on September 1st, is what I've heard.
Spatula. I mean, tongs.
Is what I've heard through the grapevine. And they're supposed to have some kind of apple type flavor. And of course, they're pumpkin. And I heard they will be doing a special sugar-free option as well. So if you are a Dutch fan, be looking for that around the 1st next week, which is next Friday.
Yeah. That's the other thing we need to tell them about too this month. Starting on that Friday. Hold on, let me put this down. I'll come around and talk to you people. I'm going to do this for another. Hold on, I got to check my tomatoes.
I didn't see how it looked.
Oh.
What?
Tomatoes looking good. I'm going to do this 5 minutes, finish off the tomatoes, and then we'll pull them.
All right, here's the Italian sausage. Rickwood's here. Hey, Rickwood, I wondered where you were at.
You're going to do them all at the same time? Okay. I thought we would do them in batches, but okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I can fit them all on here.
All right, well, I'm not saving the wrapper, just the baggie. Because I'm going to buy another package of these sausages when we go to Sam's. Actually, you know what? This baggie's all gross. It's going to trash. What was I going to tell him when I came back?
Rickwood said, Happy Friday. Heath has his summer outgoing.
Right?
Oh, I'm sorry. His summer cut. Right?
Well, technically, this is my year round. We've just been kind of lax with getting it done.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
I forget. What were you going to tell him?
I really don't.
There's that.
Something else with the food? No, this is all we're doing with the food.
Shauna said, I thought it was, are you okay?
Yeah.
It was ginger that's supposed to help colds. Well, and I've been having my ginger at every meal. And I mean, I know it's technically pickled, but still been chewing on it every single day at lunch. So I don't know.
Oh, about September.
Oh, yeah. Tell them.
So, since September's so special to me, and you know how I'm a fan of alliteration, we decided we're going to do, I started to do it for the whole month. We're going to do it mainly just focusing on the Friday Night Feast. We're going to do Seafood September. We're going to do seafood of some type every Friday. And in fact, for those of y'all that are our channel members, y'all already told us what you want us to make for our channel member cook-along. So I'm working up on a recipe for that too.
Yeah.
So that'll be seafood also. I
have a pretty good recipe. I think we're going to have to test it.
All right.
But the recipe, it's going to be a shout out El Strange.
Oh, nice.
It's going to help you, El Strange, with the problem you were telling us about. But it'll be versatile enough if you're not a fan of what Lisa has. You can use other options, which I'll tell in the video.
Yeah.
But I've got the thought going on in my head. So we're going to have to test it. I'm just excited.
Nice. Because what we usually do, y'all, we go ahead and test and do 2 or 3 test runs sometimes so we can get pictures and jot down the actual recipe. And then we'll use our own pictures and everything for the recipe cards we put out. I just love it because recipe development.
Hey, Keto Simple. Dustin's
hey, brother.
Here.
Howdy.
Hanging out in Dickinson with Jen, Brian, Don, and Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, how fun.
It's crazy. I used to live in Dickinson, Texas. I actually went to school there for a while, too.
That's hilarious. There's a Dickinson, Tennessee. Wow.
I think there's also another one in I want to say North Carolina, but I don't know for sure.
I'm sure there's a lot of cities that are almost in every state. But I'm so excited for y'all.
I waited too long. I mean, I took it out too long. It's not as cold.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I thought we said we were also going to split these in half, but oh well.
Oh, well, I mean, you can still. Oh, everybody talking back and forth.
Nice community.
Charlotte said, y'all are double digits married.
Yes.
Now it's for real. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
I did not think of that. Double digits married?
I know. It's awesome. Because then when we finish eating, when the after hours, the after dark, y'all get to see her open her presents.
Is it going to be after dark presents?
It could be. Depends on what you want to do. Depends on what they want to see. Because we're here for you.
I don't know if they want to see that. Wow.
Show of hands. I'm showing mine.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, 10. I did just a minute ago. 10 years. That seems just like, wow,
Yesterday.
it's hard for me. I know, because it feels like we haven't been married that long. Like I feel like we just got married like a year ago, maybe.
Right. But see, when it last Saturday, right? Last Friday, the 19th.
Yeah.
Is when I
No,
proposed.
that was
I thought
Saturday.
when I proposed, that's just when we bought the ring, right? That's messed up. Do you remember?
Oh.
I think that's when I proposed, and then that weekend we went and found the ring. That's when it was.
Sure. But yeah, so it's just been
a whirlwind, obviously.
I know. I just still can't get over it. Isn't that funny? It here's what's weird to me, and I think he feels the same way. Like it feels like we haven't been married any length of time, but at the same time, I feel like I've been with him my whole life. Like I can't imagine life without Heath. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so it's like, oh wait, there was a time that I didn't have Heath. Like that doesn't seem right.
I was telling him at work the other day when we were little stories here. She loves saying anything happened before me, but before her is just BS because it's before Shelly.
I mean, and then Duchess of Dolor.
Oh, these tomatoes look amazing.
Said, nah, Shauna, they're just dating.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. They're still dating.
Okay, tell me. Can they can't even see that. Yeah, yeah. No, those are sausage they're seeing.
Let me see. Oops. Oh, yeah.
Get over here so they can see it. And then you can Here,
yeah, don't down, rest it on there. Yeah. Oops, sorry, y'all.
It's an active kitchen. You like that a little longer? Or?
I think that's good.
Okay.
What do you think?
I love it. But the only problem I got
is where to put the
tomatoes. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm so excited. And Renee said, Shelly, the Barbie movie, come on. Why? I've had a lot of my friends tell me they really liked it.
And as much as everybody's going on about it, it makes me want to see it. As much as everybody's wanting to cancel it, it makes me want to go see it even more.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. But
I am that guy.
I do have several friends and my coworker, my work sister. She was like, oh my gosh, it's the best. You got to see it. She loved it. So I have to see it so I can talk to her about it. Ooh, those do look good.
I love it. Mine got burnt.
Carrie said those tomatoes are just Roma around.
Right.
Mama Bear Lynette said, I saw the Barbie movie and thought it was pretty funny. And just to make sure you don't think I'm terribly shallow, I also saw Oppenheimer.
I want to see that one too also.
I would never.
Maybe we'll do a double feature.
I would never think you were a shallow person at all.
Not you. No. She's amazing.
Okay. So.
Honestly, I think the only thing that would make her better is if we live closer.
Okay, these are taking forever.
Yeah, because they're big.
Okay. Do we want to go ahead and mix?
You know what I can do, though?
Huh?
Usually, well, no, those are little guys. Usually I cook them in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah, but you overcook them.
I cook them where they're perfect. That's why I love eating them that way.
Do we want to go ahead and add the cauliflower?
Do you want to have plate do that?
No, I was going to mix it in here.
Mix it with that. Okay.
Because we're having cauli and cheese.
All right.
Sharon said, I passed on the Barbie movie. No, thanks. Well, that's fine.
We'll let you know how good it is after we watch it.
Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda. She said hi.
I'll hold it and you just grab the tongs.
Okay.
Or we just set it on top.
Yeah, that's true. So here's the cauliflower. Maybe we do have a little bit too much cheese.
No, we don't. There's no such thing. Not with this kind of recipe.
Ooh.
You want a spatula?
Yeah, that's good. I think this is good. Oops. It smells really good, y'all.
It does.
Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision yet. Like, come on, Emerald. You were supposed to get that created for us.
So what I'm seeing is next time we should do 2 bags.
Yeah, we might.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you know what was good too though? I left the oven on. It's a good thing I had to walk back over here.
Okay, so now I'm just mixing it in, the cheese. Ooh, wow, that looks good. Well, this might be actually perfect.
Of course it is, because I did it.
Did you? What did you do?
Told you how to do it.
Oh, goodness.
See what I mean? Goodness.
All right. Gonna let that kind of set there for a little bit while we get the sausage going. All right.
Oh yeah, it's searing up.
Oh, good. Well, you sear.
This is the thin one too, isn't it? It should have worked a little better.
Carrie said, I want to see what kind of phone the cauliflower uses since it's cauliflower, right? Ooh, your big ones sure got nice and charred there. How do y'all like your sausage? Do you like it to be charred or do you like it just to be cooked through? Renee said, Lordy, starting after Dirk early, he's going to grab the sausage. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. She said, hello, I've been watching on my TV. Well, thanks for doing that. Shauna said, I'm going to have a salad, butter lettuce, avocado, cheese cubes, cucumbers, pepitas, apple cider vinaigrette, and leftover tri-tip. Oh, that sounds amazing, Shauna. And especially that's my thing. Since it's been so hot, having a nice cold salad is just so refreshing. And then Sharon said, that salad sounds nice and cool, right? And Shauna said, yeah, that's the idea. I saw it or similar on Carrie Brown's page today. There you go. And then Laura's here. Hey, Laura, how are you feeling? She goes, hello, everyone. I've been here from the beginning, but I'm also dress shopping online. Ooh, what kind of dress are you looking for? Carrie said, I haven't used it in a while. HB sells it there. Is an olive oil company in Texas where they have real olive oil since some olive oil is fake. That is true. You do have to watch it. Now, the reason I ordered from the one that he showed earlier is because it's a small company, and I caught her on some kind of podcast, and she was talking about how she sources directly from Italy. She's Italian, and she gets like the purest, cleanest olive oil directly from Italy, and then she seasons it what she gets it. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I wanted to try it,
All right. Sorry, I had to reach your presents.
Oh. 22Q Cat said, how's everything going with the new job training, Heath?
It's going really good, but it's getting kind of scary too. It's 5 weeks of training, but the last 2 weeks, they call it nesting, and I'm actually going to be on calls with the customers. So, wish me luck.
You can do it. You handled the last company, and you did really well.
Yeah, but I'm still learning the system.
Well, yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
How exciting. Duchess of Dolor said, every night this week I have gotten home after 8.
Wow.
Was nice to get home before 6 today. Next week, taking my car back to have the bumper replaced.
The pumper?
I know. Ongoing repairs still from the deer madness. Oh my gosh, Renee. You definitely have been putting in a lot. I hope it's an off weekend for you and you get plenty of rest.
A little bit longer.
Shauna said, oh, yum. I miss Velveeta, right?
And this is a perfect substitute. Too bad she's in California.
I know. Rickwood said, I usually don't eat much chicken, but we were at Applebee's and choices were limited. Oh, wow.
I'm going to rotate these and put, because I think there's a hot spot on this.
Oh, yeah, there definitely is in that skillet. Ooh, look at mine. They're getting hot there. Ooh, you hear that, y'all? Scrub Tech Carnivore.
Hey.
She is, hey guys, that salsa is the best.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, the only problem I have with it, it's not quite hot enough.
No, but it's a great, like, nice salsa, right? Like a fresh type salsa. Ooh, there we go.
Here, wait, put this one back down there too.
Okay.
Maybe I have to turn. There you go.
Is that the? I think the other way is. Well, no. There we go. Perfecto.
Yep.
Yeah, the salsa. So if y'all go to Sam's, it's in the refrigerated section.
Already put it up.
Yeah.
I want to show it to him again.
But it's in the refrigerated section. And it's very mild salsa, but it's so fresh, especially with summer.
Yes.
Like it would be great to mix with kefir cheese.
And that's the size of the jar.
It'd be great to mix with kefir cheese. And
48 ounces.
Oh, wow.
And look, we've been hitting it up. We only had it about a week.
No, we've had it about 3.
Oh, are you sure? I feel like we've been hitting it pretty heavy.
We've got it before you started your job.
Oh, okay then.
But what I was saying was mix it with some kefir cheese and make that as a dressing.
Oh.
That would be so good. Or again, just throwing a couple tablespoons of that fresh cilantro salsa in with the salad just would be great on its own.
Usually like a salad dressing.
Yeah.
And I've been putting it on my burgers every day this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good that way too.
Yeah. Like it's just a really good fresh salsa.
Ugh.
Woo. Let's see here. Rand can't cook.
Hey, brother.
Randy said good evening.
Howdy.
Hey,
Where
Randy.
you at now? Y'all still
Yeah.
traveling?
Debbie said, Shelly, you look adorable. Oh, thanks, Debbie. That's
sure
so
does.
sweet. Uh-oh. Shada said, what the heck is kefir cheese? Girl.
It's amazing is what it is.
So it's so easy. So because I've been making kefir, there is Greek Gods does make a kefir cheese.
A commercial?
Yeah. But basically, when you make kefir, so kefir is a mix of the whey plus the actual kefir, right? So all you do, it's so easy. I just get a container that's deep enough. I get a strainer that's big enough to fit.
Can we go show them?
No, but
the video's coming. I can watch the video.
I get a strainer that's big enough to fit a coffee filter. And all you do is put the coffee filter in the strainer, and then you pour your kefir into that until it fills the coffee filter. And then you just put it in the fridge overnight or 24 hours, depending on, how thick you want it. And then it will separate. All of the whey will go down below. And then what's left in the coffee filter is the cheese. And why I love the coffee filter is because it's like no cleanup, because all you do, and I do have it in my ward report. So I just take the coffee filter out and literally just drop the cheese into this and pitch the coffee filter.
It's like a giant Reese's peanut butter cup. The way you peel it off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it peels off like it just
Even
slides
easier?
right out.
Even easier, huh?
Yes, and it's just so good. So it's just basically you're taking out the whey, and it just makes it so freaking good and creamy. Like I said, I made it because I was like, I was having so much kefir at one point. I was like, okay, I got to start doing something. So I started making the cheese, and I had Heath try it. I said, well, try it, see what you think. And he was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And next thing I know, he's like, I'm putting it on my eggs, putting it on my burger, I'm putting it on. And I'm like, well, save a little for me.
No, I thought you made it for me.
I made it for us. And But yeah, so it's really good, and there's so many recipes that you can do with kefir cheese. Like you can make frosting with it.
I think those are done.
Well, yours are probably done.
Whoa. Something on the plate. Here. I thought we were going to have one each. You don't want
No,
one
I
of
don't
these?
want these.
They taste good. That's why she doesn't want them.
That's rude.
Yes, it is. It's rude that you don't turn your nose up to my food. My food choices.
No, I've told you before, that's rude when you say something like that because that's condescending.
I don't even know how to spell that. That's rude.
No, I just wanted the Italian sausage. Okay. That's all I wanted tonight. You threw these in at the last minute.
2 pieces is not going to be enough. I'm a grown boy. I need some food.
All right, let me turn it down. L. Strake said, I'm making bacon cheeseburgers for the dudes. How's the training going, Heath?
Easy. That's really easy, actually.
Tell them what you were doing this afternoon in the training.
They put us together with another team that was in training also, and we played games together. We're playing Kahoot and Draw It. Kahoot is basically, I don't know, what do you call that?
I don't know.
It's very similar to the kind of games they play at Buffalo Wild Wings. I already got that for you.
Oh. Where's our silverware?
Over here.
Oh, yeah. We got an avocado.
Oh, yeah. We want to have that time, too.
Yeah. In fact, you want to cut this open for me, the avocado?
Sure.
Avocado. That's a cat. Oh, this is my fork?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I will have some of your sausage anyways.
You have a whole link right there you can have.
I don't want the whole thing. All right.
Well, I'm going to do this at the very end.
What is the end? I'm plating up.
Oh, okay. Well, because also I got to move this stuff, though.
Okay.
And then we got to get rid of that, too, don't we?
What?
The cooker.
Yeah. I've turned, everything is off.
All right.
All right. So here's our. All right. That's low enough temperature. I'm done with that if you want to move it.
Hold on. I got to turn the light on in here so I know where I'm going.
So now this is low enough temperature, y'all. You basically want to make sure it's kind of like under 115. So I'm going to add this kefir cheese to it. This is just a great way to get, again, those good probiotics. It's like little things like this that, you know, you might not notice. So especially if you have someone who's like a picky eater, by, you just put it in the fridge.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Sure. By adding kefir and kefir cheese and different things, they're not even going to taste it, but it's going to add those great probiotics. But you just don't want to get it real hot because then the heat kills them. Okay. Oops.
This is yours, right?
Yeah. And you were going to do the avocado.
All right.
And I'm just serving this up. And then another thing I learned today is that another thing you can do with kefir is if you are somebody who makes, wow, that's a lot of cauli cheese. If you're someone who makes guacamole, is add in.
Am I cutting the other one too, or just this one?
That's the only one we have.
I don't know why I thought we each had our own.
No, I ate mine at lunch.
Oh, thanks.
Is when you make make a creamy guacamole, You could add kefir cheese to that. And again, just another great way of, this seems like a lot of,
That's fine.
okay.
Because I can dip my sausage in it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
You
here's
done with that?
Yeah. So I thought that was a cool thing, is adding it to guacamole. And then Donna, it's actually from Donna Schweek. And she said when she adds it to her guacamole, that guacamole will stay so good in the fridge that it doesn't turn brown. She said she had it in there for 7 days because of the fermentation, right? It kept the guacamole from turning brown and kept it lasting longer by having it.
Spatula?
Yeah. By having it in there, that kefir cheese in with the guacamole. Oh. And I was like, wow, what a great idea.
We're going to be doing that soon, too.
I know. All right.
There?
Yeah. You want me to put, is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So there's our comfort food dinner, y'all.
Quick and easy.
It was really quick.
It's probably one of the quickest ones we've ever done on camera. Okay, what else do you need for us now?
I guess that's it, really.
Hot sauce?
Oh, our drinks.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just learning so much information, more about the foods. Yeah, mine's over here. And how to utilize them and all of that stuff. It's just so much fun. Carrie said, oh no, Shelly cut the cheese on a live. Probably not the worst thing I've done.
All right, I'm going to get me some ice.
Okay. Shauna said, I just can't get into. Wait till Heath's done there.
Come on, why is this thing fighting with me?
Oh, that tastes good. Okay, Shauna said, I just can't get into the fermented live except for my yogurt. Well, then that means you're in it, Shauna. What? Do
you want some of that too?
No, I think this is plenty.
Okay.
I mean, if you're eating yogurt, then you're eating fermented. And you might surprise yourself.
We're going to try one more time, see what happens.
Yeah, so tell him why
tell him, because I don't remember exactly.
So he hasn't had any sweetener all week long, right? Because sometimes he does stuff and doesn't tell me, right?
No, correct.
So no tea.
Correct.
No Zevias. Last week he noticed when he had the tea the day before, now he had sipped on it all day, and then he had the Zevia the next day, his body showed signs of inflammation. So I told him, don't do any more. Wait a week. So he weighed this morning, right?
Yeah, and I'm down a pound.
Oh, that's good. And then he's going to drink the Zevia. This is the first Zevia he's had all week. And then he's going to see tomorrow morning if he had another bad reaction to it. And then we'll just see from there, whether it's the stevia, which I hadn't told Heath yet, but I was listening to Donna Schweek and she was talking about different sweeteners. No.
Oh.
But she said that if you have a ragweed allergy, that usually you won't do well with stevia. That stevia will cause you issues. And I was like, oh, I never put the two. Anybody else heard that about ragweed and stevia? But I forget what she said, but they share something similar so that most people who are allergic to ragweed can't do stevia.
Because I remember I used to have, you don't remember, it's long before we got together. But growing up, I used to have really bad allergies.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime like this time of year with the bad pollen and everything was a real bad. So maybe that's what's going on.
And that's why we're going to find out and see. So I thought that was really interesting.
Holy crap. cheese sauce is really, really thick.
It is. And that's the other thing I really appreciated when I was listening to Donna Schwink's podcast. Now, she's not keto, y'all. She's just like fermentation queen. But she always says in her podcast, or at least all the ones I've listened to, that she treats food as medicine. Because to her, kefir and all of these culture foods that she's been doing fixed her blood pressure, fixed her diabetes, and all sorts of other issues. And she's 63 now. And she said she just, like, she treats it as medicine. So when she's eating these things, she doesn't look at it as, she goes, yeah, she enjoys them. They taste great. And she goes, that's one of the benefits, though. The more you eat them, the more your body actually craves that type of food. But she said she looks at it and she really feels like food is medicine. And she goes, so, that's the first thing she looks at if there's a problem. And she's like, oh, well, what food can I do to help that issue? I was like, that's kind of how we look at it too.
Right.
And that's what you've said in some of your videos, is how food is medicine.
Yes.
I just thought that was neat.
Yes, it's awesome.
When you find somebody else that has that same train of thought, you're like, okay, good. I'm not the only weirdo out here, right?
Spirit, right?
Renee said the initial bumper started flaky finish and paint as they used aftermarket, so now they are replacing with factory.
Good.
Then I still have to get the ceramic coat completed by December. It might be done. Oh, how aggravating.
Right? Well, maybe next year you'll have a new car. By the time they finish, if you can just say December.
Oh, right.
Oh, so good.
And then Shauna said, cheese curds, right? Oh, it's Randy's birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday, Rand Can Cook. That's awesome.
And you have to make your own birthday cake?
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I'm so happy for you. What did you do to celebrate, Randy? Okay, Shauna said, okay, what's in the pot now? That was our cheese sauce. Debbie said, man, your post, Heath. Stir, stir, stir.
All right.
Sharon said she gave him the look.
Huh?
Me? Give him the look? Rickwood said cheese curds are squeaky. I know. I love the squeakiness, though.
He was wild.
Huh.
Remember the last Friday I told you it's kind of flat? It doesn't taste them down. And it doesn't taste as sweet either. It tastes perfect. Just like I remember.
Okay.
We're back in business.
Well, we'll see. Laura said, I think pizza is my comfort food. That's probably Heath's favorite comfort food, right?
Yes. That's why I'm kind of sad tomorrow night, because they have a whole keto menu and they have a pizza. Only problem is the main ingredient on it, because they don't use regular flour, they use almond flour. So I don't want to risk it. I don't want to eat it and get sick and be messed up on the work. Right.
Definitely don't want that.
Right.
Shauna said, yes, that was so fun, even if I was exhausted.
What?
And she goes, oh, shoot, I thought it was today. Well, darn, I'll have to go back tomorrow. Oh, I know.
For
the bandana. Yeah. Randy said, Heath, I've been cutting my own hair for years. A high and tight Marine Corps. Ooh.
See, before I found the warden, I would cut my own too. I take a garbage bag, cut it open, lay it in the floor, lay in front of it, and cut my hair into the garbage bag and pick it up, throw it away.
I mean, so why did you get me to do it? Sounds like you had a good method going on.
Yeah, I have a better method now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You're the upgrade.
Oh, wow. Lucky me.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of the sausage?
All of it. Awesome.
What do you think? So you said the what is it? Cauli mac and cheese? I don't know what you call it. Cheesy cauliflower.
Cheesy caul.
Is it good? Is the flavor good?
Yeah. I really like it.
What do you think of the Italian sausage though? I don't know. Probably your regular sausage goes better with it, huh? Or have you had the?
Yeah. Nah. The Italian would be better if it was actually spicy, like the thing said. Plus, this one's pork, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the other sausage is beef, so it's
Yeah.
always going to taste better.
Shada said, I just need a straw, right?
For
She
cheese?
goes, I see, no, or I think the cheese. Yeah, the cheese. Shada said, I see nothing but white. I know, it just, the light just made it all real bright. Oh, Lloyd's here. Hey, Lloyd,
Hey,
how are
bud.
you? Said,
Hey,
looking good. Thank you. Debbie said, sugar-free pumpkin drinks? I don't care that mine is an hour away. I'm going. That's what I've heard. So we'll see what they release next Friday, but that's the word on the street, y'all. So I'm excited. I hope that they do offer a sugar-free pumpkin because, you know, I'm there for all the pumpkin, y'all.
That last bite was all burnt cheese. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with the tomato?
Yeah.
Mm. Mama Bear Lynette said, I'm sure Dutch Bros coffee is fabulous, but if I spent money on that coffee, it would really cut into my gift giving budget. So I just make my coffee at home. And you do great making your coffee at home because that looked really good. Honestly, I mean, I would say this is my opinion. I think home coffee is always better because one, it's cheaper, and two, you get to choose exactly what you want. You know what's going in it. But if you're out on the road and you want a cup of coffee, that Dutch is my favorite to go. And then I would do Scooter's Coffee, and then I would do Starbucks. And then I would just keep driving past Dunkin'. Sorry if you're a fan of Dunkin'. Not down here in Houston. It's just not good. Oh yeah, I do have a recipe for some sugar-free pumpkin syrup. Last year I did like a whole pumpkin playlist. Shauna said squash don't belong in my coffee.
Squash?
What squash? What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Carrie said I could be Marianne to help with colds as well, not just ginger. Shauna said, we did? I don't know. Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda.
Hey.
She goes, this is going to be so cool. I love seafood.
I do, too.
Yeah, Heath really does. And 22Q Cat said, oh, all that seafood will be wonderful. I know. And we're coming up because the channel members were giving us ideas that just, doing shrimp dishes and stuff. They were like, no, you need to branch out and do, different type of fish. And then Sharon said, oh, can't wait. And Shada said, so I can replace seafood with pork belly?
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know. Just Jason said, hey, looking forward to the September collab. Haven't figured out what I'm making yet, but it'll be fun. Oh, that's right.
Well, do me a favor, though. So stay on plan. Pick a seafood.
Oh, he's talking about the other.
Uh-huh.
Hold on a second. Because, of course, I took a big bite. So thank you, Jason, for reminding me. So the first week of September, so not next Friday, that following week, we have a channel. I think it's 8 channels all together that are participating in our first ever collab. And everybody's going to come up with a recipe for the week. I'll be announcing what the hashtags are so that all of you can go and see everybody's videos for the week and support all of the different channels. And I'm just excited. So let's make this really successful. And then hopefully when we do it again, maybe even more channels will join in on the fun. So we're all coming up. The theme of it is children or kids' lunches.
Right. They're going to do fish for that, right?
No, they're not going to do fish. No. Well, I mean, you could do fish, but a children's lunch, because I was it's back to school. Let's show everybody recipes that they can give to their child for school, or if they're homeschooled, that is a healthy option for them. So that's what the theme is for the month of September. So I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. I think that's just going to be so awesome. And then you basically will have more than a week's worth of recipes to give to your children or grandchildren that you know are going to be healthy options.
All right.
And then the other thing I also want to talk about, make sure if you are a Ketochow fan, that's all I'm going to say. If you're a Ketochow fan, on the Word Report next Wednesday, the 30th, there's going to be a special announcement on the Warden Report. So you want to make sure you tune into the Warden Report so that you can see what's happening. And I'm just going to say it's going to be something you want to know. You want to listen and see what's going to happen. So next week's Warden Report is the special announcement from Ketochow.
The only problem with that, they should be tuned into everything we put out.
Well, you know, everybody has their favorites. Shauna said Shelly's face. Sharon. And Randy said, happy anniversary, Heath and Shelly. Oh, thank you. And Shauna said, aw. And 22Q Cat said, I can't even imagine anyone else with either of you. That just wouldn't be right. Happy early anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you, 22Q Cat.
Thank you.
Let me refresh the vocal cords. I know, right? Like, Heath, were you ever with anyone else?
No.
I mean, right? I couldn't imagine.
I can tell you this, they didn't matter.
That right?
I had a couple of them reach out to me and wanted to be friends after we broke up. I was like, why? We broke up for a reason.
Wow. Shauna said, yeah, I should try this seafood again. I like it not drowned in Cajun sauce, except for shrimp. I'm sure I've cooked any at home. We'll see. Who knows what'll happen? And then Shauna said, I buy that all the time now because of you guys. Renee told her, you like the Argentine shrimp?
Uh-huh.
And she goes, that's the scope of my seafood. Well, who knows? There's a whole ocean of seafood out there. And Renee said, mild flavor and firm texture like a mini lobster. Oh, so good. Oh, look, Radical Geek is here.
Hey, what's going on?
She goes, hello, nice to see everyone. I'm glad to see you here too, Maitreya. Try not to cough, y'all. Shauna says she likes hers charred. Sharon said, mahi is a good fish as well.
Yes,
oh, it is.
The only thing I'm worried about that, y'all, because if we did that, that'd be the first time I've ever cooked it, and then see if I mess it up on camera.
First for everything.
All right.
I do like the cauliflower. And Shauna said, blackened like my hot dogs. Me too. I like blackened hot dogs as well.
It'd be easier to do that on either the Blackstone or like the charcoal grill or something.
Right? Renee said sausage. I actually cook and prefer mine the same way Heath does. His in the air fryer, crispy outside. You like it yours like slightly overcooked?
Because the way I do mine every morning, I just throw it in there at 390 for about 10 minutes. And it's perfectly cooked when it splits.
Okay.
That's how you know it's done.
Okay. I still prefer the pan because I like to get a nice char on all sides.
I also like that I can set it and forget it. And as the first thing I do in the morning is throw the link of that in the air fryer. Then I start doing all my other chores. By the time I'm done, it's sitting there and it's still warm for me because it's holding it.
Well, that's true.
So set it and forget it.
Rita said, I steam the sausage to cook through, then brown and crisp on the outside. Learned that from my stepdad. Oh, that's a great way of doing it. Radical Geek said it depends on the type of sausage. Okay. Trying to think. What sausage? I guess I do most of them the same way, like the kielbasa and all that. What other sausage would there be? Well, and I guess Italian versus
or like breakfast sausage, I guess.
Oh,
Kinda
that's
like the Purnells
true.
or whatever.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. She said, reminder, there's 39 watching and only 27 thumbs up. Y'all go give that thumbs up. Shada said, I baked the HungryHeath souffle in my toaster oven.
Yeah, yours looked amazing.
I know.
In fact, the picture you posted, was it yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
First glance, I thought it was a sandwich, actually. I was like, whoa, what'd she make? How'd she do that? And then you said it was a souffle. I was like, oh, that's even cooler.
I know. It looked really, really good, and that was perfect. But L Strange said, hint, hint, right? Oh, thanks, y'all, for giving the thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Shauna said, next time I make it, I'm adding mustard powder, nutmeg, and ground sausage.
Oh.
I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Me too.
And she said, next weekend, my friends planned a weekend crop for us at a friend's house. They couldn't make it last weekend for my birthday. Oh, that'll be fun. And she said, I got next Friday off work too. Woohoo. Radical Geek said, Jason mentioned in the cloud made me go check my spam folder, and sure enough, I found an email. I'm too late, but interested for the next one. Oh, well,
you're not too late. We'll work you in.
Yeah, send me an email right now if you're interested, and I'll email out the other participants, and I'm sure it's I mean, I know we haven't made our video yet, so hopefully they should still be able to get it down. So if you're interested, now if it's too late for you because I know you're so busy, then I perfectly understand that. But if you do want to, just email us. Ranko Cook said, we are home. Had to cancel our trips this year due to medical issues.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, that sucks, Randy. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully it'll get better and then you can plan all new trips, right? Laura said, I start feeling better one day and then the next feeling bad again. Ready to kick it. I'm looking for a long formal gown for our 20th anniversary pictures. That's not too expensive.
What about resale shop?
Oh, good night, Lynette. Have a good one. Wow. Well, happy 20th anniversary. And that's the same thing. Like, I'm telling you, Wednesday, I felt amazing. I was like, yeah, it's finally over this BS. And then Wednesday night, I was like, oh. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby.
Sorry, y'all. But yeah, Wednesday night, I was just like, again. So it just comes in spurts. Like I'll feel fine for hours, and all of a sudden, I'm just coughing like I can't stop. Rita said that strainer and coffee filter method is basically how I do the 2KK yogurt as well.
Oh, wow.
It's just so easy doing it that way, isn't it? Shauna said, that's how I make my yogurt too. I'll stick with that. And it's so easy. Matreya said, that reminds me that I wanted to order the larger strainer for bigger batches. Do it. Renee said, Shelly, the dish house is closing. Lots of sidewalk sales until they close. She said, probably will be October. I'm so sad.
Who's that was asking us about that?
Yeah, Shauna sent me that. And I was like, oh no, what's Renee gonna do? And I know you've been so busy this week, but I was like, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to
bombard, bring her down.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring you down if you didn't know yet. So I was like, well, I'll let somebody else break the news because I know you love that. So the dish house is where she gets all of these beautiful Fiesta ware plates.
That's where she got these, right?
Yeah, and my Halloween one.
Yeah.
And they're going out of business. That's just so sad. Ooh, L Strange said my kefir grains will be here Sunday.
Nice.
Did you get the dehydrated ones, Lisa? I don't think I can eat this other sausage. You want
Me
it just
either.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Wow, I'm so happy for you, Lisa. You'll have to send it to me. I got to see what all you're doing. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to love this. It's going to be awesome. Renee said, I'll be going by to see if she has any Halloween or my retired colors. I know. Randy said, that looks really good. Oh, thank you. And Maitreya said, looks good to me. Well, thanks, Maitreya. Oh, wow. Shauna is sharing her salad in the group, and it looks amazing, y'all. Oh, look, Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto. Hey, Sara.
How you doing?
She goes, hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Just devoured dinner myself. What did you have? And, Rickwood said, looks yum. TQ Cat said, oh, wow, look at that plate of food. I'm saying this was a huge plate of food. El Straight said, I bought some red cabbage, and as soon as the boys clean the kitchen, I'm going to start prepping for some sauerkraut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome, Lisa. Oh, that'll be so good. A red cabbage sauerkraut. Mm-hmm. That'll be delicious. Like, I was looking at all kinds of stuff that I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to ferment that. I want to ferment this, and I want to ferment that. Like, I'm thinking of fermenting onions, but then I listened to Fermented Homestead, and she did red onions fermented, and she's usually not a fan of red onions, and she did it, I think, for 3 weeks, and she said it kind of mellowed the onion flavor. She said it was kind of bland, almost tasting. Patty said, that's so cool about the guac not turning brown with kefir cheese in it. Right? I thought that was really cool that it does that. Like, I want to try it out and see, which is hard because usually when I make guacamole,
we eat it up.
We eat it all. So to make guacamole and then make sure and then see if how many days it lasts, right? That's like a cool experiment. Radical Geek said, I love tea with no sweetener.
Yeah,
me too.
To me, that's just dirty water.
He doesn't care for it, but I prefer unsweetened tea, and I prefer unsweetened coffee, except when I have a coffee treat, like a Dutch coffee. And then Radical Geek said, oh, sorry about the Zevia. I know, but that's what we're going to see if...
we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow, because there was 2 thoughts. Is that either... Sorry, y'all. Either it was because he had sipped on tea all day long, because I've heard before, like when you have something sweet or whatever, that if you have it with your meal, that it offsets, right? Mm-hmm. So it could be that maybe because he was sipping tea all day long and then had the Zevia that did it, or maybe it was just, something else was going on last Friday. That's why I was like, just wait a whole week and then we'll see what happens with your 1 can that you're having today.
So I can't have another one?
Randy said, good night, everyone. I have to go. Have a great rest of your evening and awesome weekend. You too,
Thank
Randy.
You. Good night.
Have a great birthday.
Yes.
Radical Geek said, oh, well, maybe that's why I hate stevia so much. For someone who loves outside, a lot of nature hates me. Really, Maitreya? So do you have like a ragweed allergy? Wouldn't that be something? That's what it was? She said, would one of the mods put the doctor's podcast link in the chat? What's the doctor's podcast?
The one you were
lead?
talking about.
Oh, okay. And then Lisa said, "Wow, she looks great for 63." I am saying, so if y'all go look up Donna Schwenk,
That's what that's the one she's asking for.
Oh, okay. SHWENK. She is 63. And even when she was with Dr. Davis, like this past week, she put out her second or third interview with Dr. Davis. She did one a year ago with them. And when when they were on the podcast again, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you've gotten younger since last year." And she said, "Yeah, because since last year," she goes, "I've been eating the L-reuteri and the L-gasserai yogurt on a daily basis." And she goes, "And I can just tell my skin is becoming more supple. And I'm constantly being told how much younger I'm looking." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh." So it's just incredible. But she's like, if you're into fermentation, she has a website, and she sells like all kinds of starters for everything. So if you want to do like something really easy, like for vegetables to ferment, usually you just need like water and salt, right? Or like she advises, you can even offset with some kefir whey, and you don't have to put as much salt because you have the kefir whey with it. And she also sells, though, like starter cultures for the vegetables. So if you want to take basically the guesswork out of it, which to me, there's not really any guesswork, but for some people, they just prefer to know that they have that culture in there. She sells that. She has kefir culture. She's got the L-reuteri, the L-gasserai, like all kinds, yogurt starters, everything. But here's the only caveat. Because they are live cultures, and she's been doing this for like 22 years, because they're live cultures, and if you're in a place where your temperature is above 90 degrees, then those cultures probably will die. And so she advises, if you're going to order, like right now, I'm not even going to order any, like I want to get the L-reuteri and the L-gasserai starters, but I'm not going to order now because it's always over 90 degrees. And so now you can buy a ice pack to put in there, but she still says she does not guarantee that they'll still be alive. And I know when we've ordered stuff before, even with the ice packs, by the time they got to our house, those ice packs were room temperature. So I don't want to chance it on getting live cultures and them not living, because then you're just out, because she gave that warning that, hey, so I'm going to wait until like November, December before I order it and start making that yogurt. Just because I just don't want to take a chance. But she's got tons of recipes on her website too. And then her podcast is just chock full of information. Now, again, she's not keto, so she does have, some stuff that wouldn't be considered keto, just to let you know. And then she does kind of share her thoughts on that because her daughter was low carb. She shares kind of her thoughts, but, just kind of let you know what you're getting into. But I'm kind of the type of person, I feel like there's nobody that's 100% right. There's nobody that's really 100% wrong, right? You listen to people and you take from it what you feel is beneficial for you. Oh, Cindy's here. Hey, Cindy. She said, hello, everyone. Having dinner and watching. Ooh, what are you having? Mama Bear Lynette said stevia's in the Aster Kaya and Compositae plant family. This family, includes ragweed, chrysanthemums, marigolds, daisies, and many other plants. Wow, look at you, Lynette. Wow. Just a source of information. Well, isn't that interesting, though? And, before when people would say, oh, I can't stand stevia or it's wonky with me, I was like, whatever. It's a natural sweetener, right? Because obviously I'm an idiot. And then when she was talking about that, I was like, oh, now it makes sense. So when people are saying It's probably because they also have a ragweed allergy. Sana said she can't stay too long because these 5 a.m. wakey times are taxing, and hubby got surprise plans for us tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have fun tomorrow.
Yeah. Report back, because I want to hear what y'all did.
Oh, there, Renee shared it.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Yeah, I'm just enjoying listening to her. It's just, you know how some people, you listen to them and they just have a very calming voice. And I feel like she has a calming voice. And I listened to her story, how she decided to get on fermenting foods, which she has on a podcast. Very interesting. And then she just gives tons of tips on, like, here's the foods I eat all the time. Here's 10 ways to use kefir whey. Here's how to do this. Like, she gives lots of different tips too on her podcast. Shauna said, so is grilling cheese. I love the squeak as you bite. Oh, right. Yeah, the grilling cheese. Radical Geek said, I had cheese curds on Cheese Friday today. I know, I think you came late, but I was telling them all about how everybody needs to go listen to your cheese curds video. It's awesome. And you made a special announcement about what's going to happen at KPL. So they have to go listen. And then I was talking how both Just Jason put out 2 cheese curds videos, I think this past week, and how Paleo Barbie goes keto, and she did a cheese curd recipe. So I'm like, everybody this past week has been talking about cheese curds, so we're going to have to get cheese curds tomorrow.
Right.
L Strange said, has Heath had an energy drink?
No. That's what I'm planning on getting tomorrow when we go to Dutch. Do you want me to go get one right now and we'll see what happens?
No, because then we won't know about the Zevia.
All right.
Renee said, I've been loving the Big Moo grilling cheese that HEB carries now.
Okay.
Right. That is good. Well, yeah, I guess you'll have to put it on the list.
Zenobia
is here.
Hey, how you doing?
She says, half a day, everyone. How are you, Zenobia?
Didn't we send our stuff out the other day?
No, sir. We're we're putting it together this weekend.
Oh, my bad.
Zenobia, I hope it's okay. She ordered several of our hot sauces. It's all the same one, the moist cloud tears. So we're getting that packaged up to mail out to her, and so I'm just super excited. And you might be getting a little surprise in there too, Zenobia.
While it's sitting out.
Okay.
Container for it.
Sharon said, day 2 of new contacts, and my eyes have hit a limit. I'm going to bed. Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night, Sharon. I hope your eyes get better. Shauna said, oh, my God, Starbucks here has this reusable cup now that people bring back, and Starbucks sanitizes it, and then you reuse it. Even more reason to skip the bucks. Oh, I haven't heard of that. That's interesting. The Starbucks has a reusable cup?
Oh.
Carrie said, when I was drinking coffee and when I worked retail, I would get the organic cold brew and then get a couple of shots when needed. Glad I'm not drinking it anymore. Right? Like the amount you save, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want your presents, you're going to need to hurry up and eat.
I'm trying.
They want to see.
Rickwood said seafood pizza.
I'm already on it. We got plans.
Oh, first time here.
Huh? I already told you about it.
Oh.
Remember? You just don't remember.
Huh?
Exactly.
Shada said, like, no more paper cups, but reused. I'm starting new things. I bring my own, but not you reused from someone else. Huh. I've never heard of that. Marianne said, I looked it up. The closest Dutch is over 400 miles from me.
Wow.
I mean, it's just a day trip, right? Radical Geek said, oh, here the reusable cups are $1 and you use your own. They aren't returned. Oh, okay.
Well, remember,
that makes more sense.
One, in fact. We have those little coffee cups from Whataburger. you would buy them, and then they would give you free refills when you come in, or 10-cent refills or whatever.
Oh, so is that what they're doing then?
Let me see.
I
I
don't
will
know.
get it and see if it's something similar.
Well, that's glass, though. I'm sure theirs is probably something else. Oh, Shauna said, yeah, but I'm not going to chance it. Well, surely they wouldn't just take the cup and just say it's sanitized and give you a different cup.
Well, it's no different than when you order a drink, like you get a tea or whatever in a restaurant.
Oh.
Those are reused.
Well, that's true. That's true. When you go to a sit down, and you don't even know if they even cleaned it, because I've gotten cups before at a sit down restaurant that had lipstick on it.
Right? Do we not have it anymore?
Yeah.
No, here it is. Just got to dig it out. Oh, yeah, it was a nickel.
A nickel.
So a while back, Whataburger was selling these mugs, and if you brought it back in, they would give you a refill for a nickel. And now they're collector items.
Right? Laura said, I had a few wings left over and I sent it with my husband's lunch. He called me after and said, what did you do to the wings? Very good, but gosh, it burned my mouth off. Your special spice. That's so awesome. I mean, I'm sorry your husband's mouth was on fire, but that's really cool to hear that he was like, whoa, those were hot.
And this the new blend?
The new one.
Nice.
Shauna said, I don't do Starbucks anymore here. And that's fine. I mean, I do it on occasion if I'm out, but I really don't do it that much. Huh?
Mainly if you have rewards.
Yeah. Or my birthday.
Yeah. That's not a reward, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
So I give her freebies.
Oh, thanks. Renee shared my link to my pumpkin recipe list. Radical Geek said, true. Can't remember the last time I went there. Like mine's been about I think it was like a month and a half ago. No, I've gone since then.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Cindy said, that's exciting, Shelly, about Ketochow. I know. Y'all have to tune into the Ward Report. Shauna said, making my salad in my room. Ooh. Laura said, you're my favorite. Please tell me it's the pumpkin.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get it.
I mean, I think, Laura, but you know, when you hear things that's not from the source, it's from somebody else. So it was somebody who supposedly works for Dutch who said this.
And we'll find out tomorrow, you said?
No, next Friday.
Oh, okay. Or next Saturday, I guess, when we go home.
Well, they'll probably make an announcement and I'll read it.
That's true.
But that's what they're saying, is that Dutch is supposed to have a sugar-free option, and it looks like it might be a sugar-free pumpkin, but I don't know.
That's why.
Right, and I don't know, so we'll see. Well, they also are doing some kind of apple one, but I don't know if it's going to be sugar-free as well. Renee said, you can't mess up mahi, just like any other fish, but firmer and stands up to more abuse.
Okay.
Excellent blackened.
Oh, okay.
Well, you do like to abuse.
Not after dark.
Oh, it's not? Oh.
Man, I'm full. That cheese is filling.
I know. Look, you might have to put all this in something.
All right, I'll get this in container.
Lisa said, I do love a blackened fish, right? Me too. It's always, I just like the spice and all of it. Here, I'm going to take a couple more bites, and then he can scoop it all into his leftover.
Hold on, pull back over there. I got an idea. Hold on. I've just been doing this here recently.
Oh.
Put a drops cloth down.
Okay.
Though if I do make a mess, it'll be all collected.
Oh, good. And then I'm just going to have my avocado. Got to have my avocado. Oh, see? That's like a perfect lunch for you. Or breakfast.
Yeah, but I have 3 more already in the fridge, though, that I didn't finish.
Uh-oh. Mm. Marianne said, I don't eat any seafood. I grew up too close to the Gulf with too many years of red tide to be able to handle the smell. I can understand that because, like, if you're somewhere where you, because that's, I know, is also Shauna's thing too. When you smell or see something all the time, it's like, no, never again.
Here, will you slip the lid on it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Oh, look, see, Renee said, yes, Heath.
Yes, Heath, what? What did I do now?
Love when the sausage splits and the crispy skin from the air fryer.
See? One of the good ones.
Oh. Renee said she grew up on the Gulf too, but Dad never let us eat seafood as a kid other than Gordon's.
Right?
There's bad things that happen to every critter we eat. I still love it. Uh-huh. Well, and that is the difference, you know, because sometimes when you're either around something, like I know Shauna's was salmon. And then, like, Heath, what did your mom used to feed you all the time that you're like, nope?
Red beans and, beans and rice.
And he's like, nope.
Done.
Never again.
You ready? Or you want to trade?
Oh, wow. Already.
Well, I've been waiting for a month to give you this.
Okay.
Technically, I was supposed to wait for the end of the week, but
I know.
I don't want to. Tired of it. And I just got notification today that there's another one coming for you too.
Oh my gosh.
Or for us.
Oh,
because once you see these, they're going to be for us.
Oh.
You're going to love it.
Is it a present for me then?
Yes.
If it's us. Knitting the last bit of my kefir, y'all.
We'll put that in the sink and water in it, right?
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to think. I don't think my parents ever did that. My mom was pretty good about trying to do a variety of foods.
And so if you look and you notice on this, you can see where I upcycled.
Oh, I can already tell. Shauna said, I cut it in half and put it in my air fryer. Well, there you go. And then Maitreya said, let me get cut up to 8 and then fine. I'll do it. Radical Geek said, I don't want my breakfast patties all charred, just lightly browned. Bratwurst brown, Tetons and kielbasas charred. See, I'm with you on the Tetons and the kielbasa. A bratwurst, yeah, probably. I think usually when we have bratwurst, it's like almost boiled, isn't it? Now, on my breakfast patties, I do like them to have that nice crust on them.
Yeah,
my
because you don't want to do those in the air fryer either.
No.
Because they don't get crunchy enough.
Like I do it just to where it has that nice little crispness on the outside, but the inside is still nice and juicy. And then Renee says she agrees on breakfast patties. And then Crafty's here. Hey. Crafty and Carnivore said, hey, good evening. How are you, Hyla? And there's where Mama Bear Lynette said bedtime. She'll watch the rest on the replay tomorrow. That's so awesome. Elle Strange said, I'm known for overcooking my breakfast sausage. Shake my head.
Well, if you know about it, you can prevent it.
Well, I don't know. In case you like it that way.
Right. We just call it well done.
Right? Let's see. Oh, thanks. Hyla said, congrats on the 10-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Renee said, I saw it because she is a friend of mine. Sorry, didn't realize Shauna already shared the news. Oh, well, no, she just shared with me. I think she just wanted to check.
And she even asked, isn't that the place that Renee gets your plates from?
Yes. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, well, I'm not going to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, right.
But no, thank you. Because I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Yeah.
And you get like all sad. So thank you for bringing it up. Lisa said, dehydrated. I will try to order fresh ones in the winter. Yes. See? She got the dehydrated kefir grains.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm so excited for you. And I'm going to tell you, the dehydrated, I thought worked really well. I did not have any issues with it. In fact, I thought it worked better than I was expecting it to. So you're going to have so much fun. I know. Renee said she didn't post on her store page right away. Just sad. Radical Geek said, I need a food idea for Sunday coffee talk.
Tamales. I want a keto tamale.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, here's the label.
No, that's the cover up.
Oh.
Okay, now one of these you're gonna kind of scoff at me, but you just gotta remember you know my sense of humor. And remember, it's our 10th anniversary.
Oh goodness, y'all. Oh goodness. Is there one I'm supposed to go for?
No, all of them. So I got her tin foil because it's the 10th anniversary.
I'm telling you.
And if you look it up, I think also one of the idea gifts for the 10th anniversary is aluminum.
Oh wow, that's.
So I'm staying on right on course.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
You're welcome.
This is the best.
Use it with joy.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
I'm so happy
because it's Texas tough.
I can't wait to use this.
You just slammed it down like you're mad.
Whoops! It fell out of my hand. It just slipped. Shauna said, Shelly sent a pic of my salad. I forgot the butter lettuce. Didn't need it. Ooh. Radical Geek said, I love red cabbage sauerkraut. Yeah, that sounds really good. This one?
Oh, yeah, everything in that bag you're supposed to open.
Okay.
That's kind of why it's in the bag.
I'm about to hit you with this box.
Oh, I just didn't know if you caught on to the concept. Wait, the one I'm already cut it open. Is that one cut? Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had to make sure it was correct. I just figured it'd be best to go ahead and put it back in the original package.
Cool. Huh. What is this? Okay.
And I don't understand that part of it though.
Oh. This isn't part of the
I wasn't expecting it.
Oh.
And she just threw it in there.
Somewhere over the rainbow. And it's the music sheet.
And I did not order that. She just the lady because all these came from Etsy. So they're all handmade. And once you see this, you're gonna understand why I'm saying it was for us.
Aww.
Because y'all that have been to the house, you've seen on the back porch, on our deck, where we have all of our license plates all around. So I got that made, and that's the year the year we were married.
Well, the whole date, our actual wedding date.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So I figured it'd be nice to put it out there with all the rest of them.
Aw, I love that.
And she could order it with anything on it, really.
Aw, so this is like our plaque in memory of our 10th anniversary.
You do like it?
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
See what I'm saying about how it's for us?
Yeah. Aw.
Wrap it back up.
Oh, why am I wrapping it back up?
Well, so it won't get all messed up till I hang it tomorrow or Sunday. Because I'm going to put it up out there with all the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
Are we saving this?
Probably not.
Well, here, I just put it back in the box. Unless you're going to save the box, too. It'll be good for shipping something else, right?
Oh, maybe.
Ketochow will go in it.
All right. Let's see. Oh, look.
Oh, yeah. You look. I don't have a knife on me, though.
It's all right.
All right.
I'm strong. I'm strong like bull.
And this is the one I was telling you. It's up to you where you want to hang this one. It's another wall ornament. We can go inside or out.
Renee said, I think you had in the past. Uh-oh. Sana said, happy anniversary. Thanks, Sana. Radical Geek said, I prefer pickled for onions. Well, that's what I was worried too. As I was like, well,
because we have a good recipe for that.
Yeah, but I
had to tear it up to check it.
Oh, but I was just like, I just wonder what would fermented onions be like.
Do a small batch.
Well, that's true. We appreciate you. Please let us know what's in this.
I think it's stuff so you can hang it. I haven't opened it.
Oh, it is.
Okay. This is a little
It's
bracket.
the hanger.
Yeah, because it's a wall ornament, but you can use it either indoor or out.
Oh.
Again, this one's for us too. Our celebration of us.
So wait, this one and the other is for us, but the aluminum foil was for me.
No, it's for us too, because you know we're gonna end up using it for our leftovers and whatnot. No, you can only use the foil. I cannot. What I'm saying, once you see it, you'll understand.
Oh wow! I love this.
Well, here, you want to put it on this, and then you can hold it up, and they can see it.
Yeah.
It's like a backer. There. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. I was just gonna. Sorry, y'all. Ugh. Wow, this is really cool. Because Heath knows I'm like always into like personalized stuff. That's like my favorite thing is anything personalized.
You see what I mean by it's for us? It's a
Aww.
celebration of us.
And it says established 2013. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. Now we got to figure out where we're going to put it, though.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want it inside or out? And if we put it in, we're running out of walls. But also, don't. Here's the problem, though. I have to double check from the supplier when you go pull it up and see if it'll actually hold up outside.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then again, what if we could move it around and put it up here somewhere?
Oh, that'd be cute.
That would be good on camera.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Then it's gonna start being too crowded too back there.
Right, but it might look good over that chair.
Well, here.
Let's see.
Well, I wonder if I even need that hanger. If I can just put a screw right through it.
Yes.
And then if I can show it without me being in the way. Oh, that would be good right there.
What do y'all think? Let us know.
Does it look funny with my hand in there, though?
But it's probably hard to read, right, y'all? What do you think? But it has a nice place, and it goes with all the other metal.
Right?
What do you think? Oh, thanks, babe. I love it.
Well, here, you want to wrap it back up?
Sure.
We don't need the cardboard though, right?
Nah. Thank you so much.
Welcome. I was afraid you wouldn't like it though.
Why?
Because it's nothing romantic per se.
Oh, I
There's
know.
no flowers, but I know you don't like real flowers, and I've already bought you all the wooden ones.
I know, Sheldon.
What are you talking about?
No, I love it because it's like personalized, like you said.
You want me to put this up here with all the rest of them?
No, I want that in a special area with my name on it.
Oh, I got a spot for that.
Let's
Here,
see.
what we'll do then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it'll fit.
Oh yeah, put it all in there.
Will this one fit in there?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, perfecto.
We'll just stick it right here for right now. And then we'll put this back in the closet and we'll use it for next year.
Or I'll use it for your birthday.
All right.
If what I could give you goes in a bag. Crafty said, I've been watching Fur Minute Homestead for years. I think we're talking about the same channel. Yeah, with Anna. She goes live on Mondays, y'all. If you're ever like have questions about homesteading or fermenting. And what's cool about Anna too is she recently took school because she's been selling her fermented goods at a local market, but she wanted to see about maybe eventually getting into stores. So she had to take a special class, and her channel members helped her, help pay for because the class was pretty expensive, and they helped pay for it so that now she learned like all the ins and outs of production and everything, so that then she could be one step closer to being like certified to sell her fermented goods like online and in stores. And I was like, that's just so cool. But yeah, she seems really neat. And she's just like I feel like she's kind of like everybody else here, kind of sassy and straight to the point. She isn't, she is who she is. She's not trying to be anything else.
Weird.
What?
I got one more thing coming for you, right?
Okay.
I got the email of the shipping thing. It says it's going to be either here between the 31st and the 13th. That's a long range.
That is. Rickwood said, Shelly, you can ferment pearl onions. I had those in my fermented mixture I bought. They are really good. Ooh, I bet they are good. That sounds really good. What did you do?
I was drying my arm off. You need to go outside. Is that why you keep running back and forth? Come on. Delilah, come on. Sam, you want to go too? Good boy. Where's my flashlight though?
I thought I put it over there by the where we used to put it by the.
Oh.
Shada said, "Oh, I love pickled onions." I mean, we love pickled onions too, but I was just, I'm trying to ferment everything. Heat's on the list for a little while down the line. Cindy said, "Happy anniversary, you two." Thanks, Cindy. And then Shauna said, Donna Schwink link. I think Renee did share that. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Radical Geek said, I'm allergic to ragweed.
Y'all ready?
Queen Anne's lace, wild parsnip, all the poison stuff, and bees, etc. Oh, that's no fun.
What is this?
I don't know. The lawn men.
That's
I don't know.
Saying. That's what it was.
It showed up after the lawn men. Today was like so busy, y'all, because first the lawn men showed up and there is a language barrier. So I was using my phone for Google Translate, and I think they understood, but not all the way because.
No, tell them what happened.
So I've been noticing, so we've had these lawn guys for a few months now, or maybe a year. But anyways, I got a letter from the HOA saying we need to clean our flower beds because there's pine needles. Because I've got like 16 pine trees in my yard.
Yay.
And there's all these pine needles. And I'm like, why is there so many pine needles in the flower beds? That seemed ridiculous. So I was just going to get a rake.
Whoa. You see that?
Yep.
I got a low rider.
I was going to get a rake and do it. But Heath was like, no, get the yard men.
And what we're paying them for.
And Heath had talked to the yard guys last time, and they said, oh, yeah, we'll do it. And they didn't do it, right? And I got another letter from the HOA. So today when the yard men were there, then I used my Google Translate to tell them what needed to be done.
Tell them first that he wasn't supposed to come until tomorrow, remember? That back and forth. That was fun, too.
You tell them.
So he texted me, right?
It's his brother, but yeah.
Well, the crew. So honestly, what had happened was we actually hired a woman and her husband, and all of a sudden they just said, "By the way, we're done."
They didn't even tell us; they were just gone.
Yeah, we never could get a hold of them anymore. And then one time, this one guy comes up and starts talking to us, rings the doorbell and everything, tells us, "Hey, I'm taking over for what's her name. I'm going to start mowing your yard now." And we're like, "Okay, that's kind of weird, but sure. What's the cost? Blah, blah, blah. We work it all out. We're doing the same cost. They do the same job. They're actually really good." But he texts me today and tell me something about I'm coming over tomorrow.
That's what it sounded like. And then part of it, like it was Spanglish.
Yeah. And you can tell his native tongue is not English.
Right. And so I'm trying to put the other words into Google Translate to try to figure out what he's actually saying.
In mine, it kept coming up as Portuguese.
Oh. Well, I just went Spanish to English.
That's what I did too, but it kept coming up as Portuguese.
Oh, huh. But it sounded like he was saying tomorrow, and then all of a sudden, no, I'm not coming tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand. Well, then the lawn guys show up. So I guess what he was actually saying is he didn't mean tomorrow. He meant today, but he never said anything like today. Uh-huh. So anyways, so his brother and the crew show up. And they're doing it. We go out front. I go out front, and I said, "Hey, here can we clean up these beds of all the
so we got a big
pine needles?
We got a big cluster of 4 or 5 trees right there in our front yard.
Well, we got several clusters, but yeah.
Well, the main one though, in the front yard there.
Yeah, and then there's one on the side of the house.
But what I'm saying is the main point of that clusters though.
Yeah. And so I was showing him that, and I said, you know, and he goes, well, that's a lot. That hasn't been done in years. And I'm like,
You've been doing my yard for a year.
I know. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that it hasn't been years, because the other people, I like, this is the first time I've ever gotten letters from the HOA. And look, they're particular. And I was like, no. And so he said, well, let me go ask and see how much. So then he comes back and he's like, $120. I'm like, I am not paying $120.
Rake for $20.
Right. Well, not even. I found rakes for 12 and 13. I'm like, I could get a rake out there, rake it myself. And then while he's telling me, one of his yard guys is in the street, because we have a corner lot, is in the street blowing the pine needles off the street into our yard, into the flower bed. And I was like, well, that's why there's so many pine needles in the freaking flower bed. And I told him, I said, and this guy's doing it. And I said, well, that's why there's so much pine needles. He's blowing it into them. And he looks out and he's like, oh. And I'm like, and the guy keeps doing it. I'm like, why is he blowing it off of the street? Like,
blow it into the street.
Blow it into the street. That's why there's
the city fix it.
Yeah, there's street sweepers that'll take care of that. Like, why are you blowing it off the street into the yard? I was so mad. And he's like, oh, yeah. And so then I go back in, I'm going to work. Then he comes, rings the doorbell again. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, okay, well, come look and see what you think. And I go over there, and the guy who was blowing it all in there, he had that guy then go to the flower bed and blow it all out. And I said, oh, that looks much better. I said, it just has to look good from the street, that it doesn't look like they're piled up. And so he corrected the one, and it does look much better. But the one that's on this side of the house by our driveway, again, the same thing. It's piled up. So I'm still going to have to get a rake and clean that out. But, so I had that going on. No big deal. At least it was slow at work. And then he, you know, because he's in training on break, he's like, hey,
right.
His medication that originally was supposed to come Wednesday, then they said it was delayed till Friday.
They sent me an email, told me that it's time to refill my prescription. So the very next day I called it in, and they said, okay, it'll be here, 2 days or whatever?
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, oh, by the way, you have to re-up your prescription with us.
No, you need a prior authorization.
I said I already did. That's what generated this whole thing.
Well, no, but I was like, no, we did the prior authorization.
Because we switched insurance companies.
Right. So back in April, when you had to get it refilled, you did the prior authorization then. And because I remember that whole mess, and I was like, no, it's already on there. And the text they just couldn't, they're like, no, it just keeps saying prior authorization. I'm like, well, you need to look and see it. And they're like, yeah, I see one, but it says we have to have it. So finally,
it says it right there.
I know. So finally, he spoke to his supervisor last Friday or Thursday, and that supervisor, she goes, yeah, we have it on file. I don't know why it's asking for it again. She goes, let me correct it. So she was supposed to have corrected. She goes, I will get this corrected. She goes, I am off on the weekend, but I will make sure that it's done, and I'll follow up with you on Monday. Well, you never heard from her. And then on Wednesday, but then he got a thing saying it was going to be delivered Wednesday. So we're like, okay, cool. It was taken care of. That's all that matters. Well, then Wednesday comes and nothing. And I get a call from Express Scripts, but it's not Express Scripts who's sending it to us. And they're just like, there's been a delay. But I'm like, a delay with what? What are we getting from Express Scripts? So then we call, and they're like, when we called in yesterday, they said, oh, it'll be delivered Friday. Okay, no big deal. Then he gets a call today.
It was weird. It was an automated call, too.
Yeah, saying that it's been delayed. And so he's like, can you call them? So then I call, and this was literally one after the other. I just finished with the lawn guys. Now I'm calling the insurance or the pharmacy insurance. And they're like, yeah, it says it needs a prior authorization. I was like, WTF. Get me a supervisor. I speak to a supervisor, and of course, I had to wait on hold because then he had to research. He goes, "Yeah, I see we have the prior authorization. I'm so sorry. We'll make sure that this gets." And he's like, "Okay, I put it in the system, but it takes 24 to 48 business hours for it to update. So by Monday, you should hear something. It'll be an automated call, and then they'll let you know when it's being delivered." I'm like, "Well, I hope it's delivered by Tuesday." And he's like, "Oh, well, if he's going to miss a dose, you want to talk to a nurse?" I'm like, "No, like we know what's going to happen if he." Oh, my mic is going bad. Oh, it's garbly. It's probably my voice.
Yeah.
Here, let's switch. Turn it on and off. Let's see if that helps. So, I'm like, that's why we started on this 2 weeks ago so that he wouldn't miss a dose.
When y'all called or emailed me telling me I needed a re-up.
Right. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
So yes,
Fun times.
Like, Shada said, so there are people who grow these ferment babies? Yes, there are. And Shada said, like sourdough. Yes, like Donna Schwenk has a whole section on sourdough. And then she has a whole thing where she talks about, I don't know, has anybody heard of Eichhorn? Eikhorn? Eichhorn flour. And she uses that for her sourdough. But yeah, sourdough's fermented as well. Radical Geek said, that's cool. I'm going to check some of that out. Most of what I know come from spending time in various Asian countries. Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's just huge. I was listening to someone else, and I forget her channel, but she lives in Russia, and she was talking about the fermented foods they eat and and then she was telling, how to ferment the different things. And like, I think she also used the red cabbage for sauerkraut. So it's just really interesting. And if anybody's listened to Dr. William Davis, he has said, really before in the US and all countries for thousands of years ate fermented foods. That's what kept us healthy and going. And then when refrigeration was created, especially in America, he's like, all of a sudden people stopped doing it. And he's like, and so he said, there are still, like, especially in different parts of Europe and in Asian countries and so forth, they still rely on fermented foods. He said, but in America, unfortunately, it's almost gone away. And because he hypothesizes a lot of our issues, anything from mental issues to gastro issues to everything, is because of our lack of fermented foods, because that's where you get healthy bacteria. And he said, and because in the US, we are so big on, oh, you're sick, here's an antibiotic, which just destroys your gut biome. He's like, that's why there's so many illnesses or so many autoimmune issues, is because we're killing all of these good gut biomes, and there's nothing to go in that's healthy to replace it. So you're getting all these bad bacteria that are proliferating and causing all of these issues. And he's like, but then, and Donna, this is what she says, once you start introducing these healthy bacteria, she's like, so many things have been corrected. One of her friends, her child had asthma. Once he started using kefir, he no longer needed his inhaler. Like, there's just all these stories. And I'm just like, well, I mean, it makes sense that we do need a healthy gut. And I think more and more research is coming out about how your gut and your mind are connected, and you're only as healthy as your gut is healthy. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is like really getting into what drives our health and trying to basically replace what you need to have a good, balanced, healthy gut. So it's just interesting to me right now listening, to all these things, and then to some of the research studies. And Donna was talking about, sorry, I think it was in Russia where they had a tuberculosis outbreak, and they found out that kefir helped the tuberculosis, helped treat it.
Wow.
And it's also interesting, if you're like a history buff, go look up the history of kefir grains and how they came in to basically society. It's a very interesting story. And like, I heard it on her podcast, a couple of them, and I was like, wow, that is like, it's like one of those kind of a Game of Thrones type deal over kefir grains.
Wow.
Like, it's a really cool story. So go look up the kefir grain origin story. It's really cool.
The kefir grain saga.
I'm saying it really was a saga. Like,
wow.
That was and again, kings, queens, all of this stuff was all. It's really cool. Number 24 CIF fan said, getting on the fermented foods myself.
Wow.
Thanks for talking about this stuff. I got a lot to learn. Oh, that's exciting.
It is.
I am just really excited that y'all are doing it, because I feel like even with Donna, is like Donna was saying, she started this for her health and her child's health, and she had a premature baby. And she said, so for a long time, she was just that weirdo that had fermented foods, right? And she said she just started seeing so many benefits, and she didn't want to like preach to people or anything. So but when she would have friends that had different illnesses, she would just suggest, hey, why don't you have this? And she goes, and then they would get better, and they'd be like, oh, well, wait a second, maybe there's something to this. And I'm like, that's just so similar. I feel like a lot of us have had similar stories with the keto.
Uh-huh.
And how you feel about, keto, because you feel like, wow, I'm getting healthy, I'm feeling better, reverse my diabetes, my Crohn's, all this stuff. Like and then you want to help others too. And that's kind of how she feels about fermentation. And I feel like it's all these puzzle pieces, right, are coming together. Like, I feel like keto has so many health options, and also doing these fermented foods. It's like all these puzzle pieces have to come together to like give this full health regeneration or rejuvenation. I heard somebody say today, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of what it is. And maybe that's why some people who do keto, maybe that's why they don't have as good results, or maybe that's why they don't feel as good. You do hear people who are like, well, I've been keto, but I still feel this or that. Well, maybe that's the missing thing is, okay, but you can be keto, but you also got to bring in these fermented foods, because I think it all comes down to you need to eat whole foods.
It's like Dr. Barry says, with a proper human diet.
Right.
And he goes, for each individual, it's a little different.
Exactly. But it's like, and again, it's like, oh yeah, we need whole foods, and whole foods include things like fermentation. Like, it's like, I feel like we're seeing the whole picture come out, and we can increase our health benefits from learning from all of these things. That's why I always say we're not like dogmatic here, and I don't feel like there's only one way to do something. And I always feel like there's not just one answer for everyone, and there's not just one thing that's going to do it. I feel like you have to look at the whole picture to figure out how to get healthy. L Strange said, maybe I could sell some grains as a side gig.
Wow.
I mean, probably. As you get, as the more you do, I'm sure. Oh, thanks, Renee. She said 43 here. Smash that thumbs up.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Sada said, dozing off and heard my name. Glad I stopped by to celebrate your anniversary. Everyone have a wonderful evening and blessed weekend.
Well, thank you.
Sana. Alan's Awesome Keto World. Hey,
Hey.
Alan, how are you doing? Said hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Radical Geek said, it's cheese curd season, I guess, right? I never knew cheese curds had a season, but obviously it's the middle of August. Renee said, Shelly, next to that jalapeno monster at H-E-B, they had taco cheese curds.
Oh.
But yuck seasoning.
Oh.
That sucks. Alan said,
Well, maybe you can make some kefir cheese curds.
I don't know, because it's not made the same.
Oh, okay then.
Alan said, just getting home from work and time to start the weekend. Woohoo!
Yay.
Aren't you excited? Shauna said, no, Shelly, California is doing reusable, returnable, and Starbucks sanitizes them plastic ones.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
That is.
Renee said, oh, a seafood pizza with an Alfredo sauce, shrimp bacon, and diced jalapenos, a popper pizza.
Ooh.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
And Shauna said, no, these cups go home with people. That is interesting.
Oh, that's no fun.
Lisa said, I third the seafood pizza.
All
well,
right.
you know it's Heath. We're going to have a seafood pizza.
Do a sheet pan pizza, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Radical Geek said, I've been wanting scallops, but haven't had any seafood and shells since the shrimp discovery.
Right.
Oh, right?
Yeah, that's another tough one then, huh?
Sorry, y'all. Zenobia said, oh, I'm excited to receive my MCT in a surprise. I'm excited to send it.
Something bit me. It's right here.
No, it's probably aluminum foil. Lisa said, that was a long time ago, Heath. I remember those cups. Right? Rickwood said, Einstein Brothers sold you a mug, plastic, that you could bring back in and got a discount when you used it again. I used to run by in the morning before work and pick up coffee. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Because didn't 7-Eleven or Stop and Go used to do that also? They had those big cups with the handle on it and everything. And you could get discounts when you brought it back and used it on their fountain machines and stuff.
Oh, wow. That's weird. Radical Geek said, Shauna sent me a pic of the cups. Questionable. Looks like cheap, clear Solo-style cups. Oh, that is weird.
No bueno.
Renee said, the cups before were a colored hard plastic, but that's way back. Oh, and then she sent it in the HH chat. Okay, we'll look later. Zenobia said, Heath, can you share about the DDPY yoga? I have a friend who suffered a stroke and he might benefit from the program.
Pull up the link and send it to her.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
hit the plus sign, and then it's right there. The DD, you see, is my little link.
Oh, yeah.
And just copy paste that. Well, you got to log in, but you should be able to just, well, I don't know if it'll give it to her. It's my password should be saved, though.
Well, here, I'm just, I don't want to take her to the login page. I want to take her to the main. Yeah, here we go. There's the DDPY, Zenobia. But you should also share it like on your MS journey this week.
Okay.
Shauna said, my nail lady said she had hers and the barista had a special holder so she didn't have to touch her cup.
Huh.
Oh, that's weird.
That is.
But also I was going to say, Zenobia, for the DDPY, yeah, you could even do it from a bed. If you are just bed bound, you could still do it.
Double check it, though. I think there's a referral link on there, too.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, well. That's fine.
Well, you'll do it for your MS journey.
Yeah.
Laura said, no pumpkin from Ketochow. I haven't heard of them releasing it yet. Shauna said, I think that Starbucks is sniffing their burnt beans. Uh-oh.
Probably.
Melissa. Hey, Melissa. She said, I don't do Starbucks at all for many reasons. I have a ton of gift cards from work prizes and birthday gifts because people can't believe someone doesn't like coffee and doesn't love Starbucks. I re-gift them.
Well,
wow.
isn't there also like a website or whatever where you can like sell your gift cards?
Yeah, there is. There's actually a few websites where you can sell gift cards, and they just get like a small percentage. So there's something you can then
Like basically take them to the pawn shop.
right. Renee said, my thing I never ate again after Dad made it was hamburger helper.
I don't blame you.
And then Shauna said, well, that hamburger helper guy is missing a finger.
Right? That's true.
Rickwood said, I thought I was adopted when I was a child. I knew I wasn't, laugh out loud, because I was the only one in the family who loved fish and seafood.
Wow.
Well, different.
Mhm.
My father hated mushrooms. He loved blueberries.
Mhm.
So therefore my mother hated
Of
blueberries.
course. In fact, now she still won't eat them. They've been divorced for at least.
Well, he's gone now.
Well, no, before that though, before he was.
I know.
They have been divorced for over 30 years, and she still wouldn't eat them. Like he's not even here anymore.
He won't even know if you eat blueberries.
Right.
Because she loved blueberry muffins.
What a weird thing to hang on to. It'd be different if you're still living with them.
Well, sometimes when you hate somebody so much. And then I'm trying to think there was a lot of things because I remember he was just very picky about food that he did not like. And I've just always been somebody, I generally liked anything. Rita said, there was a period during my childhood that we were so poor that we ate beans and fried potatoes for dinner every day for weeks on end.
That's what it was. But instead of potatoes, it was rice. It was beans and rice. Like, I don't even like getting it at restaurants and stuff. Even like before we were keto. Because especially like in Cajun cuisine and stuff, when it's a big thing was the red beans and rice. That's just never appealing to me.
Rita said breakfast was puffed rice or puffed wheat cereal. They don't even make that anymore. Was the puffed wheat, isn't that kind of like, what was the ones that...
Rice Krispie?
No, the little wheat. What were they? They look like little wheat...
I don't know.
Barrels where one side would be frosted. What was that called? Frosted wheats? No, it wasn't the flakes. And you were supposed to like pour milk and then crunch it up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name now. They're going to tell you.
Yeah. But
the little bit squares or rectangle looking things.
Rectangle. And then sometimes they weren't frosted, which was the absolute worst.
What were they? Y'all tell us, please, because it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what it is. Who's messaging you?
Oh, it's the HH chat.
Don't they know we're live?
I remember having a lot of oatmeal as a child.
Oh, I never liked that either.
Crafty and Carnivore said, what? I don't know. What? Radical Geek said, I have to work on the tamale since my recipe has almond flour. It's too much for coffee talk.
Okay.
I hear you.
Something else.
I hear you. Laura laughed. And Radical Geek said, she laughed. Oh, I bet the aluminum foil. I'm just getting caught up to that. Alan said, congrats on the anniversary. Thanks, Alan.
What is something else that you can make?
Make something lemony. I want something lemon.
There you go.
Brenda said...
Make 10 of them, though.
10?
For the 10th anniversary.
Brenda said, they're going to find Heath dead and wrapped in foil.
And then fermented.
I wouldn't give it away. You can't use what would make you a suspect.
That's premeditated.
I have watched plenty of crime documentaries to know that much.
Right.
Alan said, Heath, she's going to hit you.
You act like she stopped or something.
I mean, Crafty Carnivore said, oh, that's sweet. Alan said, is it aluminum pan? No, just aluminum. Laura said, aw.
No, because it's 10 foil. Because it's the 10th anniversary. That's why I said my humor.
Oh, yeah. Twinkie2 Q-Cat said, oh, I love the license plate. And Brenda said, oh, that is a great gift.
Oh, thank you. I was worried.
Oh, Radical Geek said, send her the sheet music.
Okay.
Laura said, Texas strong, right?
For sure.
Lisa said, so sweet. I love it. Aw. Radical Geek said, oh, happy anniversary. Thank you. You guys are
You know
so
what we'll do?
nice.
We'll hang it up like tomorrow, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we both add it into our weekly. It's like I'll put it on my MS Journey, and you'll put it on your Warden report, and you'll show how we hung it up or where we hung it.
Okay. Rita said, that's really cool. Thank you, Rita. And Hyla said, oh, cool. Rickwood said, that carved sign is so cool. Thanks.
Which one?
The carved one.
Oh.
The round one. Cherie's here.
Hey.
Or is it Sherry? Said, way to go, Heath. Nice choices. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda said, he totally redeemed himself from the foil. Totally.
Why do you think I gave her that one first?
Shauna said, that is so cool. What a great gift.
Aw.
22Q Cat said, nice sign. Nice recovery from the aluminum foil, too.
Like I said, it's our 10th anniversary.
Oh, gosh. Alan said, that is awesome, and gave you a thumbs up. Laura said, perfect. And Radical Geek said, fancy is overrated. Oh, it's definitely overrated here.
Whatever.
Shauna said, well, now I will need descriptions later. I had to meet my chosen family are in Napa, helping their brother move, and called to set up dinner tomorrow night.
Oh, nice.
Aw. Carrie said, I'm going to bed, everyone.
Good night, brother.
Carrie. And Shauna said, I have a few families.
Oh, nice.
And Carrie said, hope everyone has a good night. You too. Sean said, well, the 10th anniversary is aluminum or tin.
See? So I win.
You men.
Well, no, he's right. That's what it is. That's why I did it. Because I was looking it up to see what the metal is for each year.
Okay.
Google it.
I know, I believe you. I'm sure it is aluminum. Shauna, thank goodness it's not a toaster. Shauna said, I'm 56 and they adopted me into the family when I was 18. Oh, that's so sweet.
It is.
Crafty said, yes, Anna, it's been a couple months since I watched. Did you watch her move to their new home? I caught some of it. So I've just been kind of going, bouncing here and there. Oh, Purple Lemonana. Hey. Debbie said, just popping in for a few minutes to share. Officially out of DXC as of August 25th and using the exit to start my retirement. Woo!
Oh, wow.
Congrats, Debbie. That's awesome. See if there's any more.
That's why I got you 2, remember?
Oh, good. Crafty said, I got to clean up my craft room and take care of animals. I might be able to check back in a bit. If not, have a good weekend, everyone. You too, Isla. Alan said, I got to go chat later. Good night, Alan.
Gotta go chat later.
Got to go. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He's gotta go chat later.
Shauna said, I think you need to find a new crew.
Oh? Crew for what? What you talking about?
Oh, the lawn people.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yes.
Yeah, but they are a really good price.
And
they
they
said, great gifts. Thank you. And that's when they couldn't hear me. Somebody, Kelly said, Heath, you are so handsome. He is, isn't he? Lisa said, a lot of homesteaders use horn. Yeah, I guess so. It's just so different, right? It's different when you're like, I've noticed when I listen to homesteaders and like Mary's Nest, they talk about, they don't call it ancestral living. Lisa, what is the term Mary's Nest use? She doesn't call it ancestral. She calls it something else. A traditional kitchen, right? So they call it like a traditional kitchen and traditional cooking. versus what she would call modern or processed food. And I think it's like, I feel like a lot of people who we want health, right? And I think most everyone can agree, even people who eat sad can say, yeah, American food or modernized food, probably in most countries as well, like Europe and so forth, we can all agree that a lot of this stuff isn't healthy for us, isn't good for us, right? But we all come to our health goals from different faucets. So, like, I'm finding people who are homesteaders, or like Mary's Nest, who traditional kitchen and traditional cooking. Like, we're realizing as a society, really, the old ways have how we cooked and how we used our food and how we had our kitchens and our pantries set up. Like, there was a reason, and like that's how we need to do it going forward. And it's just interesting to me to kind of see that people come to that from all different areas. And that's why I say, we don't need to be dogmatic and exclude people. Like, we should cheer anybody on who is just trying to get healthy. Kelly, was that somebody that got kicked out? Is that what happened, Renee? Because on here it shows up. Oh, they did get it deleted. Oh, okay. Right? At least he got a flirt. Renee said, at least I feel that was a little off. What did you all think? One of those old girlfriends. Renee said, I'm going to check out this fermented channel. Yeah, there's some really great ones. No, that's fine. If you feel like it was off, I mean, I don't believe I've seen that name before, so I don't know. I think I have seen that name in here before, though. Oh, yeah.
What is it? I missed it. I'm sorry.
They felt like maybe Kelly was being a little inappropriate because she said you were so handsome, and then was asking how old we were.
Huh.
We're pretty old. Thank you, Renee. Oh, it's shredded wheat or Weetabix.
Yeah. And then the other one is frosted shredded wheat.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Wheat thins. Oh, those were those crackers. Those are
trash. Is it just me or is it cold in here?
It does feel a little chilly, doesn't it? Ooh, what's wrong with us?
I remember I told you I've been feeling that in my office too in the afternoons.
Shauna said shredded wheat, mini wheats. Oh, right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
And Rita said shredded wheat. Oh,
it was
those things were awful.
They look like they were wicker, weren't they?
Renee said she still has seen the puffed wheat cereal. Oh. Shauna said Triscuits.
Oh, those were awful too.
Rickwood said Chex cereal. Oh, that does not look good. Rita said puffed wheat was Honey Crisp without the sugar. Oh, that sounds awful.
It does.
Because I never thought Honey Crisp were any good.
No, they weren't.
Like one of those you buy because the commercial made it look appetizing, and then you're like, oh, what is this?
You take a bite and you're like, why did I buy this? I don't remember why I never buy this anymore.
I know.
And then you're stuck with a whole box of it.
I know. And it's like the last one that stays up there because you're like, oh, that just is so gross.
Or it's the one where you get it home, you open it up, it's brand new, and it already tastes stale.
Oh, right. It's been so long since I've been down a cereal aisle. Like, I don't even know what they offer anymore.
Nor do we care.
I was never really huge into cereal to begin with. Oh, thank you. Shauna said, here has some food made out of straw.
Right?
Yeah, because I was like, why do people eat this? Like, I remember forcing myself. I was like,
it's like self-torture.
Awful. This is like what you like. I bet prisoners don't eat that bad. She said Triscuits are crackers. Oh, are they? I don't remember. Shauna said, put him under glass.
What?
She goes, oh, yeah. Lisa said, I'm done with the red cabbage. Posted on the Horde page. I'm in dire need of a shower. Long, hot day. Y'all have a great weekend. I hope to see Sunday at Maitreya's. Thanks, Lisa. Whew, I'm sorry. Well, I can't wait to see the picture. I don't know why I had that alarm. Oh, goodness.
So was it from the last time? No, it would have been. I was like, when we were supposed to do a giveaway or whatever.
I'm sorry. Renee said, Heath, when your head is shaved so close, it really makes you look thinner.
Oh, really?
And for real.
Okay.
It does.
Well, I know, but y'all, I had to bother her and beg her for a month because she just didn't want to deal with it.
Rickwood said, what's the name of the ferment channel again? Are you talking about Donna Schwink?
Which one? You're like 3 or 4 of them you watch.
Or I also, I watch Fermented Homestead. That's with Anna. That one's really interesting. I like Mary's Nest as well. She's got lots of great information. Plus, Mary's Nest she's just so sweet, y'all. She's always says, hello, my friends. She's just so sweet. Purple Lebanana said, good night, y'all. Need to finish my book. Getting to the end of Wheel of Time.
Oh, wow.
And enjoyed my first weekend not worrying about work coming on Monday. Going shopping tomorrow for grandson's 2nd birthday. Have a great one, Debbie.
Right.
Enjoy the first weekend of your retirement. John's here, and he said, Heath, I think I love your haircut.
Thank you.
Thanks,
I
John.
do too. That's why I keep doing it.
Welcome. Shauna said, I think to this day I have TMJ because my hippie mom bought grape nuts all the time.
Oh.
Right. Like, how
That's child abuse.
Right. Because I remember.
Here's this bowl of rocks. I love you, daughter. Here's a bowl of rocks.
Don't make me laugh. But that is so true. I remember one time I got that because again, a commercial. And I was like, well, I mean, if it's healthy. And I was like, this is the worst stuff ever. Like, it could sit in milk all day long and still not be tender. Renee said, I always hated cereal. I would snack on it dry, but to eat a bowl of crunchy things and milk just seemed gross.
I liked Captain Crunch. No, not Captain Crunch. What was that? Maybe it was Captain Crunch.
I don't know.
But the Fruit Loop, I like Fruit Loops. All the I like the fruity ones.
Like the sugar.
Yeah, I like the Fruity Pebbles. That stuff was good too. But if you ate it quick enough, if not, it just got soggy.
Again, you like sugar.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Is. Even the Apple Jacks the same way.
Yes. Renee said, Dad used to love grape nuts, and even made it warm. I mean, oh. And then Renee said, y'all, I swear it sounded like he said, I had to be here for a month.
Bang? Is that what she said? Why do you think we're still married? It's fine. We're going for 10 years. Daddy gives you what you need.
She said, but I know you said beg.
See, she's the one that's always taking it off to the Netherland.
John said, Shelly, do you like hot mushrooms with boiled hot dogs? I heard they are in season where you're from. I have never heard of hot mushrooms with boiled hot dogs.
I haven't either. Never heard anybody making that where we're here down here either.
In Texas?
Yeah.
What part of Texas is that?
The crazy part? I don't know.
Sometimes, I mean, I do like sauteed mushrooms are really good. But I've never heard of that like on a hot dog. Renee said, I really need to get a neck or upper body massage. So much stress lately, but I hate to spend money on that. Okay, but
look how much how much better you're gonna feel afterwards.
Yes, and if you are under that much stress of working that much, you need to do stuff to keep your cortisol down, and I think you deserve it. Oh, Rickwood said she thought she heard the same thing. Rita
Y'all
said,
are dirty, dirty, dirty.
Rita said, oh my God, I used to love grape nuts.
Well, you can have mine.
Wow. Brenda said, I was eating shredded wheat to get healthy. Then I got diagnosed with celiac disease. Whoops. Oh, gosh. Isn't that the worst? And see, you like, why else would you eat shredded wheat other than you think you're being healthy? But
This is awful. It tastes gross, but at least I'm getting healthy.
Right. And then they're like, oh, by the way, you can't have that anymore. Like, it's probably not the worst thing you heard. It was like, oh, darn, I can't have shredded wheat.
All right.
Renee said, the only one cereal I liked was Chocolate Rice Krispies, but mainly because it made chocolate milk. Who would have thought? Really?
I know.
Because you don't like it.
She don't like chocolate. Yeah. And then, like, this was funny because she's the one that told us about the whole lot of chocolata and how good it was.
Which is funny. I was watching Radical Geek because she has a kimchi recipe from a year ago. And on that recipe, she's like, okay, well, I've got this whole lot of chocolata bay. She goes, I just got it. And she goes, it's a really peculiar taste, which means I can't stop drinking it. And I was like, oh, the days of whole lot of chocolata.
All right.
Shauna said, and who boils hot dogs? I mean,
well, I grew up eating them that way.
Yeah, a lot of people do boil, and most of the time, if you get them like at different stores, they're boiled.
Yeah, we're on that rotisserie.
Well, that's usually the gas station, but I'm saying like a lot of times when you go to like restaurants and stuff, they quick boil them.
Yeah, that's true.
And then put it on the hot dog.
In Costco and Sam's, don't they do them rotisserie also?
I don't know. I've never looked into it.
Yeah.
Sean said, I used to love drinking the sugar milk when I was done eating the cereal.
Yes.
Man, I was a sugar addict.
Because we even had the bowls, the little plastic bowls with the built-in straw on it.
Oh, that's right.
So you could do that.
I mean, because you're like, well, I didn't get enough sugar from eating it, so obviously I need to drink the rest of the sugar that's floating in here.
And I remember too, my brother, one of my stepbrothers, used to get the frosted mini or the shredded wheats or whatever, and he would sprinkle sugar onto it, like fresh sugar, and then eat it. Or they would make the.
How else would you get it down?
Well, that too, but they would make the oatmeal and sprinkle like brown sugar on it.
Oh yeah, I remember doing that. That's how we would make it. So because I did have a lot of oatmeal growing up, and yeah, the best is you got the brown sugar and then maple syrup.
And then we made the poor man's French toast too. You ever made that? You get regular white, the store brand, the off brand, bottom of the barrel, white loaf of bread.
Other bread? I thought
There's like
that existed.
No, there's really good ones too, right? Like Nature's Own and actually my favorite was Mrs. Baird's.
Oh, you're fancy. You're
exactly.
A rich family.
So I'm saying but then they had like the store brand or the Parade brand.
Well, yeah.
You get that, you put your butter on it, you kind of toast it a little bit, and you throw it in the broiler for a little bit, but you put sugar and brown sugar on there.
Oh, yeah.
And make French toast that way.
Oh, yeah. How else would you do French toast?
I don't know. There's an actual recipe for doing it, like for real recipe.
Oh, we would do that. Or my mom, she didn't like it sweet. We would dip it in the egg.
Oh, okay.
Like you would.
Do an egg wash.
Yeah, do an egg wash. You dip it in the egg, and then my mom, she would sprinkle salt and pepper on hers.
Huh. I've never had it that way.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, dude, the first thing I learned to cook was scrambled eggs in the microwave. Ugh. Crack it all in the bowl. Ugh. Stir it all up with your fork. Throw it in the microwave for like a minute and a half or whatever. Pull it out. Stir it some more. You keep doing that until it's done.
But I remember how we would make the oatmeal. You'd put butter in it, or I'm sure for a time it was margarine. And then
or whatever's on sale.
And then you would add the brown sugar, swirl that all together. And of course, you would end up adding a lot more brown sugar. And then you would drizzle with the maple syrup. Because how else would you eat the oatmeal?
I love that too, though. They told you to use the margarine so you'd be healthy. And then you put all the brown sugar and syrup on it.
Yeah. Renee said hot mushrooms with boiled hot dogs. Sounds like something my northern parents would make. That does seem like a northern dish. Renee said, my body hurts lately and I don't sleep lately with work issues. I literally dream or ponder things to do with patients after several hurtful comments from a coworker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Renee.
You keep covering it up.
Oh, who do I need to come beat up? They shouldn't be hurtful to you.
Well, we can't go tomorrow. Well, we can go next weekend.
We go tomorrow and get back for our dinner reservation.
That's what I'm saying. No, we got to take out Delilah.
Oh, yeah, 9 a.m. we do.
And we got to go to the bank.
I'm so sorry.
I am too. Those people
But
make
you
us mad.
should treat yourself to a massage. You
Yes.
definitely deserve it.
Do we send her a gift card?
Maybe. Cindy said, y'all have a good night.
You too.
You
Good
too.
night.
Good night, Cindy. Rita said, hey, what's with the placement advertisement?
Oh, nothing. It's just my freebie.
Shauna said, I need my hot dogs burnt. That's how I like them too. I never cared for boiled hot dogs, but I do know that's...
She loves it when I microwave them until they split. That's like her favorite. It's like her delicacy.
You're gonna make me sick.
She said that's what she wants me to make her for her birthday.
Well, if you make me that for my birthday, you will never have a hot dog again.
Just remember one thing, okay? I love you.
You call me Mrs. Bobbitt. You make me a boiled or a microwaved hot dog, either one.
I'll boil it and then microwave. And then it'll be a double whammy.
I will ferment you so much nobody will ever know what happened.
Oh, and then I'll wrap it in tinfoil.
He's like trying to what is it? 0 for 1,000. Rickwood said, all hot dogs were boiled when I was a kid. We didn't have grills. Otherwise, you roasted them over the fire when camping out. Ooh, that'd be good. Over a campfire. He's ornery tonight. And we might have to end this just so I can just sucker punch him.
We used to, we had a gas stove. And we used to roast our own marshmallows on the gas. Because it has a little flame right there. You'd stand there and roast them.
Oh, wow.
And then inside.
That explains a lot.
Huh?
Nothing, dear. Shauna said, haha, brown sugar in our house was healthy sugar. Rickwood said, don't listen to them, Renee. You are helping people who need help. You said you started this because you love helping people. Keep telling yourself you're worth it. That's right.
YouTube.
And she's the best PT that anybody could ever have. Shauna said, right? How can they do that? No one cares about patients more than you. Exactly. Renee said, I've literally been beating myself up lately and contemplating my occupation because of this coworker, a supervisor PT. We've had some tough patients and I've truly been beaten down lately.
Do you need to talk to your supervisor about it, huh? Get them removed.
And that's rude because I know.
Don't make me come up there.
That surely they really, you know what it is that PT feels like he can say whatever he wants to you. And
sounds like a jealousy.
Well, yeah, it's probably that too. And he just feels like he can just tell it like it is, how he sees it, without actually seeing the whole picture. Because you've told me before that he makes assumptions without knowing all of the facts, if it's the same one. So he's obviously an effing idiot. And if he was there working with you day to day, he would see how hard you work and how much you help those patients. As you know, you even have some that you're still friends with on Facebook who tell you how much you changed and helped their life. So just remember that. So when he's being a total bleepity bleep, it doesn't matter what he thinks on that. It matters what your patients end up, what their results are. That's what you need to look at is, okay, how are these patients turning out? how are they doing? Are they, walking? Like you tell us all the time about all these patients that said they couldn't walk or whatever. Next thing you know, they're walking 150 feet or whatever. And that's because of you. So don't listen to him. He's just a dummy. Renee said, not meaning to vent, just been in a rough place lately. No, that's what we're here for. Sharon said, my mom used to put hot dogs under the broiler. The hippie cooked that right at least.
Wow.
Sean said, there was a radio station that had a contest to come up with appropriate songs for Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh, wow.
I came up with Half the Man I Used to Be by
Wow.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
That's hilarious, Sean. Did you win? Because you should have.
Oh, God.
Renee said, oh, wow, we're caught up. Renee said, lots of things going on, work and personal. I think I just need time off, which will come soon, but not for a pleasurable reason. Heath and Shelley, no, I'll share more in a couple weeks, just mental stress. Well,
Sounds like her and the pups need to come hang out here for a little while.
I know. I really wished you could. Because we both work from home, so we'd be there all day if you needed something.
Right.
Well, that's good that at least you have this break coming up, and you could take a breather, and maybe they'll realize also while you're gone just how much of an impact you have.
And when you come back, they give you a raise.
Right? Oops. Oh, good night, Laura.
Good night. I'm fading too.
Renee said, I'm trying, y'all, but I have had some patients not do so well lately, but not due to things I've done, more nursing, not following through with therapy recs, but I made them worse. I don't think so. And as long as you've been in the medical field, some people, you just can't, you can only do so much. One, the patient has to want to change and do better. And two, some people, they're just beyond it. And you can do the best you can, but, it's just beyond their capabilities. And then, like you told me about scratch and dent, I mean, like, those people just don't, you can only do so much sometimes.
Right.
And they should realize that. It's probably because he's probably having something going on in his life and taking it out on you. That's usually what happens. And then whoever it is in nursing, I guess he doesn't have any control or say so towards them. So it's just easier for him to say something to you.
Man, I'm still full. A big old dinner.
So Laura said, good night, everyone. Granddaughter wants me to watch Vampire Diaries with her.
Wow.
Have a wonderful date night tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
Well, enjoy that. That sounds fun. Sean said, we're praying for you, Renee. Hope things will get better soon.
Right?
I know. She really needs it. Renee said, I sure hope so, guys. I'm just tired and stressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. Well, that's why we're here. Yeah, like Rickwood said, you need a break, and venting is a good stress reliever. Trust me, it is. It's good to just let things go.
Well, call us, Renee. Call us later if you want and vent to us. That's why we're here.
Exactly.
Like in the old days.
But like I know this is like not in comparison to yours at all, but I was talking to my coworker this week and my work sister, and I was like, oh, when people, type in all caps, doesn't that bother you? And she was like, Shelley, just go with the flow. And she's like, you're just going to raise your blood pressure. I was like, no, look, like, I just want to vent. I'm not like sitting over here actually getting upset or anxious over it. I just want to vent things. And it is good to vent. So I then had to vent to Heath. I'm like, to me, it's just rude if you put in a request in all caps, like you're trying to say, like, I'm not, like, I wouldn't know otherwise that you're wanting to close this, And so a couple other things, we just kind of, like, I just have to get it out. and then I'm good with it, right?
Yeah.
Like when you talk about things, or you know how Heath is, he'll just scream. Anybody who's been around Heath for any length of time, when something goes wrong, what does Heath do?
Growls. Bellows.
No, usually scream, and you go, ah, and I'm like, what is it? You're like, oh, it's done.
Like I stubbed my toe or something like that. I yell about it, and then it's like a release.
Yeah. So just yell. Just go outside and scream at the top of your lungs. Renee said, we had a recent change in department manager as it was his sister, but no longer is. And I think that's the reason. But evidently he tells everyone else but me how good of a therapist I am, but never to my face.
Oh, wow.
Well, see, then that's what. So he obviously thinks highly of you, and you were selected as one of the group. You remember that you posted a picture of to have that special training. So they do think highly of you. I'm sure what it is, he just feels like it's easier for him to just be rude to you and say whatever he feels like saying without him thinking. And you know how men, or I'm not going to say all men, some men could just be complete AHs.
Oh, I just blinked at us.
I know, that was weird.
Because it's about time to go.
Not think about what they're actually saying.
Oh, man.
And then Renee, in all caps, said, it does bother me when people type in all caps. Why are you shouting? Yeah, well, what it is when our call center puts in a ticket, a lot of the ones I work are CDs and that certificate of deposits, which are timed. And so a person can either close it early with ability, or they'll say, upon maturity, this is what I want to happen with my CD. Well, some agents will put in lowercase CX called and once, and then they'll put in all caps, upon maturity, this CD, and then in all caps, closed. I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's in caps or not. I'm still going to read it because that's one of the main things I have to check for. But to me, that's like saying, oh, I got to type this out because these idiots won't know if they want it at maturity or not, or if they want to close it or not. And they literally have boxes they have to check. So they can type in a note, and then they have boxes where they have to select whether it's being closed and if it's being closed early. Like, that's where I check before I look at your stupid notes. But anyhow, I'm moving on. And then Shada said, you throw a fit. Yeah, see, Rickman said, just stop, stamp and scream, Renee. Just don't scare Jolly and Devara. And then Renee said, I'm the new whooping post, and I'd rather take it than a newbie that would be damaged for longer. Why? You don't deserve to take it either. Like, he doesn't need to be whooping on anyone. And maybe, if he did take it out on a younger person, then they might actually complain to HR, and then something might get done.
All right.
Sean said, that's why I listen to heavy metal music. That's my stress reliever after a long, hard day at work, putting up with a bunch of idiots.
Wow.
Right? It does help with the heavy metal because then you can really get that high volume out. Oh. Anyway, I think my work sister forgets that I have a live. Renee said, honestly, Rick went, now that you mentioned them, maybe that's why Devara has been more attention-seeking and lovey. Probably, dogs are very sensitive. Yeah, astute. I like that better. Very astute to what's going on. And if they can tell that you're having stress or you're upset, of course they're going to be there for you. That's what makes them so good. That's why I love animals so much. Renee said, metal is my drive home music choice. Right? Sometimes I'll do it at work. Like if it's a stressful day or a bad day, instead of listening to my podcast, which I do enjoy, or other YouTube channels, that I'll just put on my music. Now I have a big mix of music, but just having music alone is very soothing. And Rickwood said, your dogs can pick up your feelings easily. Unconditional love.
Right?
Give Devara lots of hugs and kisses from me. Aww. As Shada said, very true. That's right. That's why dogs are the best. Or animals. Well, all animals. Cats. I remember
Princess?
well, Princess and Coco would be like that. Like if I was sad, Coco would come to me.
Oh.
And you know what? We have to drink our calm too. We'll make that. But I guess we could call it a night.
I'm fading. I'm sorry, y'all. But I want to tell you I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in every week with us.
Yes.
We really do look forward to this every week. Y'all make it so much fun.
We really do. Thank you all so very much.
In fact, part of the stuff I'm picking up tomorrow at the store is in preparation for next week's live.
Well, and someone else ordered some more of our spices.
Oh, yeah.
That we got to make up. So I'm getting excited.
Yes.
But yeah, I can't wait.
So
but
we're going to make a brand new batch.
Thank you all so much again. Thanks for the happy anniversary wishes and for giving him a hard time.
Thank you for that. Yeah, thanks.
And thank you all for bearing with my cough and weird talk tonight. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll probably see a lot of you on Matreya's Radical Geeks Coffee Talk on Sunday. If not, we'll definitely see you next Friday, y'all.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you again.
Yes.